What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family here, bringing you guys the latest news on Dallas Cowboys. And of course, what's the news? They're about to kick off the last preseason game featuring the Falcons here at home.
Yeah, 2025 preseason is coming to an end. Thank goodness. And the 53-man cut down list, the roster is coming out here shortly after this game. I'm saying in a couple of nights. So we're going to see some answers tonight here of who those last 7 guys on the bubble are going to be on this team or off this team, and more, of course. So, and Jaden Blue.
Yeah, kind of excited about that one, considering 34. It's the most concerning offensive position, right?
Yeah, running back, right? And third, it's the number 34 here in week 3. As we open this up tonight, hey, we're on the road here. So, side note, my daughter, college, and so move in, and we have a little time here on the weekend. So, hey, you know what? Let's do this here as we enter the weekend. Hope everybody out there is doing great, but we got some people to shout out here, like the sponsor of the quarter, right there at the bottom of the screen, the man, Mark Hovsepian.
A big mahalo to him, of course.
Hawaii. Yes, repping that star. Shout out to the man, Mark Hovsepian. And you see Cat 52, he is the Cash App King. Shout out to him. And Skeptical Fan, the man, staying skeptical.
Yeah, always.
The gifting membership champions. Shout out to them. You see him up there. But now you look at the leaders, and the leader is John Luna on the gifting board. He's also got 100 points on the Stream Boss there. Fully loaded, 100 points, fully green. And he's also the overall leader on the overall board here, trying to get that sponsor of the quarter. Or right now, it might be sponsor of the month since we're getting the season just rolling here. So shout outs to Mr. John Luna on 3 of those 4 boards. And of course, we have the leader in the Cash App side of things. And that includes a couple of different things. You can see right there, Cash App. $, My Cowboys Family.
Yeah, of course, you have the Venmo as well at My-Cowboys-Family, the PayPal link, and of course, Streamlabs, which lets your comment show up on screen just like a super chat would.
Cat 52 represented it for this quarter. Got another what? This is probably the last time, maybe.
Yeah.
Who will be next? The leader right now. Skeptical Fans in second place, but Motor City Maniac in the house. He is from Detroit. He's representing the Cash App leader right now. So we'll see what happens there. Shout outs to everybody on all the boards. Thank you guys. And as you see here, pre-stream, the man John Luna gifting a couple of those what do you call it? Raffle entries. Yeah, because again, if you hit the goal, you see that goal over there. Right now it's a 0 out of 20. But if we hit 20, whoever's on that list gets put into a raffle to get onto a sewn and stitched jersey possible winner list. We'll talk about that shortly. But like you see this part already here, and we're going to also open up the other part here, which is that quarterly jersey raffle. Again, you got the star level members. We got 2 of them in there. Shout outs to Aussie, and shout outs to John Luna, both star level. They get 1 raffle entry. Anybody over everything level gets 2 raffle entries. And again, the quarterly bonus winner is Mark Hovsepian. He gets a bonus raffle entry as well in there. Those are the 3 people. We're going to choose 4 more names, and that's going to come down to the hitting the goal.
Of course.
And so shout out to John Luna for hitting those first 5. I think he has 2 raffle entries, and he gave 3 of them, gifted them over to a couple special people here in the chat. So shout out to Matt Meatball Ron as well.
Yeah, I was going to read the comments here.
Sorry. Yeah, people about Pat Pfeiffer and Seabass. But yes, go ahead. Hit up the comments that Mr. John Luna said here.
Yeah, and then of course we're going to dive right into it because the game should be starting in a minute here.
Yeah.
So he said getting it started early. Can't wait for the live stream. Hoping y'all's connection is going to be on point this evening.
Hopefully.
Put this one down for Jetly44 and hope he's getting better. Saying y'all are welcome. Just glad I can support y'all's channel. Y'all are the best. Give some love for Fat Piper, some love for Mr. Seabass. And he said, there, we got that first goal. Put that in for Meatball Ron. So shout out to you.
Yes, sir.
And I want to do, of course, a shout out to everybody here in the chat. So I guess Godless Manitoban, big ups. MCF After Dark, if you know, you know. Of course, the man himself, John Luna. We have Mackenzie 2 times. Banshee Hunter, what's up? Larry J, much love. Super Queen and King, shout out to you. The top dog himself, Dwayne Broussard.
Yeah.
Plastic Aguilera 4, Puro Pinche Cowboys. William Burney, always go Cowboys. Cat 52, fuck the Eagles. Hey, that one, it's kind of like the post office slogan, right? Come rain or shine or sleet, snow, like whatever. It doesn't matter the weather, we will be there. Yeah, it doesn't matter the weather, we'll be hating the Eagles. So.
Always and forever. It's like just like Go Cowboys.
So, and yeah, I will say, William Burney, it is kind of nice having a Friday night game. It is a little exciting, even if it is just preseason.
Kicking off the weekend
I've always
the right way.
been surprised that there hasn't been like Friday night
Football.
NFL football, but you told me early on, yeah, like that's the high school night. And I'm like, okay, makes sense.
Damn right.
So with that, let's go ahead, turn on the camera, and kick things off because, baby, like you said, we have a few things to discuss.
Well, again, the game,
perfect timing. The game is about to show up on the screen, so why don't I go ahead and do that while you go over?
I do want to say really quickly, before we get the screen up here, and again, they're just setting up the kickoff here, 8 o'clock, and actually it'll be in about 3 or 4 minutes they'll kick off. But I do want to say a couple of pre-game for this preseason notes. First of all, Ian Rappaport and many, many others who watched that Cowboys docu-series basically on Netflix. It's called America's Team. They compare it to The Last Dance of the Chicago Bulls, which was awesome. So some people are saying it's better than that. And the wife and I here, MCW and I, we watched, about 3 episodes or so of it. I think it's very good. But again, we can't be living off of that. That's the history. We got to get something to hear. Not 29 years of losing. Can't do that. So that's great and it's enjoyable, but for those that never seen it, it's probably heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So as far as tonight's game, Falcons at the Cowboys, baby. We got some people it's not going to be any starters in this game. So anybody who's not on this list is either probably making the 53 or injured. So keep that in mind. At quarterback, Dak Prescott not playing. That means Will Grier and as the third guy, and Joe Milton will be playing most of this game. Running backs. Who's not in uniform? Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Hunter Lipke. They are on the team. The receivers, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Kavante Turpin, Jonathan Mingo, and Jalen Tolbert, all 5 receivers. They're not injured. They're on this team. They are not suited up for this game. The tight ends, Jake Ferguson, Brevin Spanford, Luke Schoonmaker, and John Stevens Jr., all 4 of them not suited up for this game. Let's just add that note there.
Yeah, Schoonmaker is out today for concussion.
Yes, so he is not playing for injury, but he's going to make the team, second-round pick. Those are our 4 tight ends, looks like. Offensive line, Tyler Booker, rookie, not suited up. Terrence Steele, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, and Sadiq Charles, but from injury from him. But the other guys on the team, those are the starters. Defensive line, defensive side of the ball, but defensive line, Micah Parsons, the holdout, he's not playing even if he was fully on board.
Yeah.
He'd still be a starter not playing. He's not suited up. Neither is Marshawn Nealon, Osa Odigizua, Solomon Thomas, number 90. Also Dante Fowler, Ernest Brown, I think through injury, and Sam Williams. Those guys on the defensive line, and we got a lot of them inside and outside, not suited up for this game. They're pretty much made the team other than maybe Ernest Brown. Linebackers, of course, DeMarvin Overshorn, not suited up for this. He's not playing until Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Jack Sanborn, he's starting. Kenneth Murray starting. Damone Clark, he's on the team, it sounds like. He's also not suited up for this game. So that's good. Those guys seem to have the linebacker spot done. There is some other guys that also probably won't play too much. They are suited up. We'll talk about that in a minute. At cornerback, Deron Bland, of course, not playing. Pair Elam, Siobhan Ravel from injury, but he's also a rookie, and he's expected to be a starter or a major role when he's not injured anymore. Trayvon Diggs, injury related. Christian Matthew from an injury. He's a guy that might not make this team. Josh Butler from injury. Kalen Carson from injury. Andrew Booth might have made this team. Those guys are not suited up for this game. That's how deep this thing is. We're
I'm actually going to
fourth stringers.
Yeah, I'm actually going to interject. It was actually specifically stated that people feel that the Cowboys literally can't afford for Booth to get injured.
Wow.
So basically we need him, for depth purposes. So anyone who we need is not playing. Take that however you want.
In any shape, form, or
exactly.
Quarterbacks, we need them both, but we need to examine both as well. Now, safeties, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, and Marquise Bell, meaning Wanye Thomas is going to play, or at least he's suited up. Now, the guys who are not looking like they're going to play that much, if at all tonight, even though they're suited up, barring any kind of emergency, left tackle Nate Thomas, looks like he made the team as a backup offensive lineman. Hakeem Adjeni, he's right tackle. Looks like he's going to make this team. Donovan Izaraku, the rookie, number 41, he's suited up but probably won't play. Maurice Leofau, number 35, same thing with him. He's on the team, but he's suited up, won't play that much, if at all. And safety, Wanye Thomas. Again, same thing, probably won't play, but suited up. But good news as far as How'd you say that name? Ajay?
Adenji?
Agendi. Yeah, looks like he's going to make the team as our right tackle backup in that rotation there with Nate Thomas as a left tackle backup. Not even though the suit up probably will not play much, if at all, in this game. So we're down at like the bottom of the barrel, which is again, at least we know the guys that are not going to make this team. I mean, that are going to make this team, and which ones are fighting for literally the last 5, 6, 7 spots of the roster, and which ones are also playing for the practice squad.
Exactly.
That's always important there. So, yeah, we just got veteran cornerback Michael Ojemudia. We picked him up, who recently played in the UFL's DC Defenders. He signed with the Cowboys earlier in the week. He's connected with the Cowboys through Everplus, our defensive coordinator. So the veteran help, kind of waiting for him. But he allowed a 53.1% completion rate, and 1 touchdown in 10 games in the UFL, forced 2 incompletions, very active. So we'll see how he plays tonight. He will be in this game. He'll be wearing number 42. Keep an eye on him. And we did also waive Bruce Harmon, cornerback. He left the game against the Ravens with an injury, did not return.
So
shout out.
Yes, have to shout out the man, John Luna, saying there with his $5 holler, kicking it off officially on the live stream, saying, Mr. and Mrs. MCF, what and who in particular will we be looking at tonight? And me, I wonder what the penalties are look like, and maybe special teams too.
Major thing is coaching and how they manage
just that. Based on all the names of the players that you just said aren't playing, I'm going to assume that the penalties are going to be high, because we are looking at. I mean,
backups.
The people starting are like third stringers with a few, backups sprinkled in. So like Joe Milton and things like that. So the good thing is we are going to get a really good look at some of those guys. I have one tiny thing I will wait to say once we officially turn on the camera, just because it is about and we talk about some of the news, just because it is about some of our shenanigans that have been happening before this preseason game. Oh, yeah. And we all know the biggest shenanigan. Yeah, so I'll save the Micah thing for a minute there, because I feel like that's going to relate to some of what's going on here. But special teams, honestly, might be one of the bigger things to look at as well, just because remember, great point. Well, we're talking about what differentiates this guy from this guy from this guy. Special teams usually tends to be one of those edges that heavily favors a player. So keep that in mind, especially with one player. I'm going to drum roll, Jaden Blue. I know I'm not going to talk about it too much because I know you have I'm just saying, I know you want to speak more on it. I'm just trying to say that, special teams, very important to a guy like maybe Jaden Blue.
Of course. And as maybe even what can he do in a more role player on offense as running back. Exactly. And we want to see what he's going to do there. So shout out to John Luna. He's on the board there. And 1 out of 20, I think we're on now.
Yeah.
No, let's put the camera on as we're kicking off. We're kicking off to them. There's Jaden Blue, number 34. You literally just talked about him. 5th round pick, 149th overall. And number 34, Herschel Walker. Number 34, think of 34. Now, he's not going to play like Herschel Walker. He's smaller, faster. Think of a bigger Deuce Vaughn. But we'll get the first time we see him in pads in a game, under the lights. Let's see how he plays with that. He can play special teams, like you said. He also, of course, we want him in the running back side of things. Yeah. Will he be the third guy, the second guy? questions to be answered tonight. We'll see what happens with him, quarterback, other important spots on this team. But we're kicking off first with Brandon Aubrey, and we're putting the camera on, too. Oh, I think so.
It's okay. Let me go ahead and fix that.
Yeah. Camera's on. Oh, we just kicked off. And we're going on defense first, of course. Stop them there. Or ball's out on the 25. It just skipped over real quick. Let me throw the camera on me. That's why we're not.
Yeah, I was just
our connection might not be the
greatest. I was just about to say, I'm like, are we 100% sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to be?
What's up, everybody? I hope we got it right. Let me see how it moves. I'm looking at this side. I was going to say,
you better check on your side.
Go Cowboys. They're always representing it here.
What is up? So here we go.
First and 10 for the Falcons. And a little face mask looking there from number 99. That's a big player there. I think he's been playing great. He's undrafted. And again, this is Winfrey is his name. Actually, that's the guy I wanted to discuss. But the point about him is that he's a guy, I think Pernell Winfrey, he's a guy that's really, really, Perrion Winfrey. Number 99 is, Mozzie Smith, you realize, is in the pads. You realize he's playing this game. He's fighting for his job.
He needs to be.
And again, he's playing against 4th stringers. And 5th stringers. If he can't do anything again, he's off this team.
We have something very far.
With him, it's embarrassing. We got Peyton Turner in there getting some. Oh, we got hit hard.
Oh, he dropped
the ball.
There we go.
Cowboys in here whistle. He went after the ball still. Boom. Like
here,
that.
Let me see if.
Yes, what's up?
I'm going to take a second to step and see if the stream is working.
Hopefully you can hear us. Test, check, test, test. All right, good. Is it freezing? It's freezing.
It's freezing.
Ah, maybe is it because of the camera or is it because
I mean, it
you
could
still
be
have
because
the
my
audio?
I'm not sure if it's like maybe my signal or if it's maybe like our signal on
Yeah.
our side.
Okay.
Because
Wow.
just based on this, I'm assuming that
Yeah,
it might be
I
the.
see.
I'm guessing it's the
Signal is
signal.
bad.
Yeah.
Well, if it's choppy, I do apologize. Let me have to get the camera off. But we will. Oh, they almost fumbled up the first down there, but they do catch
I
it.
know. Managed
Who's
to
covering
sneak in a
that?
first down on 3rd and 7, 30.
So again,
Rochelle.
yeah, this guy is fighting for a practice squad spot at best. Not standing out anyway on this team yet. He'll have to have that kind of game to start this whole thing.
I mean, are you kind of surprised by the Cowboys' conservative approach of basically
Yeah.
like going so far as like not even just not
Well,
playing,
yeah, it's
starters,
one,
fine,
two,
but like they're not even playing certain
five, six,
backups. They're
seven.
playing certain third stringers technically, if you want to take it that far. With a guy like Andrew Booth,
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Damn. A huge play down the middle, caught
First down. Mozzie ain't doing shit.
for about 20 plus
What the fuck
yards
is going
by
on with
Nash.
Mozzie?
I mean,
Seriously.
who cares about their
So
side?
the thing is here is that with the way I'm looking at this, when it comes to the number of guys that didn't suit up, and that's kind of, I was counting the players there. And it's like you were kind of asking me the question. But we had like 40 players not suit up, and most of those players not suited up, I'd say 95% of them are on the team. Like they're on. And like one or two that were injured also, I mean, like 3 or 4 that were injured definitely on the team as well. Oh, sack.
There
Is
we
that
go.
Mozzie? No, it's
No,
James Houston, who is playing very well coming from the outside again. We are stacked at defensive edge
Damn.
rusher. So this is a guy who might be picked up by another team if we let him go.
You got me excited for like
I know. Is
just a
that
half
Mozzie?
second.
Well, what did
thinking
Mozzie
it
do
was
is more important
Mozzie.
here in the middle. Watch what Mozzie does, and that would be the important thing here. Is he even in this play? If he is, it'll be embarrassing.
Isn't that
It's-
him
okay,
there?
No,
No,
That's-
no, that's not him.
that's Toy.
So yeah, so he wasn't Toya. So yeah, so he wasn't even in there.
Right. Okay, but Houston did a good job. Again, a pass rushing down. Well, first down.
Cap 52 Matt Eberfluss is our
Yeah, Matt Eberfluss
defensive
is
coordinator.
defensive coordinator. He used to be our linebacker coach. Went to the Colts and then went to the Bears. Here we go. Throwing right in the middle there, wide open.
I mean-
here. Rookie number 50 looks like it was on him there.
Just we're kind of like tackling, but we're not. I guess look, it's either
not
one
that
or the
way.
other. I'm guessing at this level, they're either
It was-
tackling or trying to.
I think that's more
Stop
defensive
the
play.
ball.
The call was a zone defensive coverage, and the zone there. When you're talking about third stringers, fourth stringers, and
I
fifth
guess
stringers,
they got less
easily
yards than
open.
I expected.
Yeah, but still 3rd and 6, a makeable down.
I think they made a
distance.
3rd and 7 earlier.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. We're going a 4-3.
Don't move.
43.
Like we said,
Actually, we're going 4-5.
Okay.
Nickel
I'm
defense.
surprised they didn't
Going
call
for the
that.
end zone.
Please
Intercept.
take it.
Nice
Okay.
job. Keemon
There
Hall.
we go.
Important note. He's fighting for that nickel cornerback spot. He was
Yes.
listed as a starter as the nickel cornerback. So he's playing in this game. So is number 24, Mukuamu. These guys are fighting for that nickel cornerback possibility
Yep.
spot. So, and some kind of down the line on that, depth chart on that. So when you look at this, great job by Keemon Hall there to put that all. I hope I'm saying his name right, Keemon Hall. But he did a great job. He's been showing out, and that's why he's been on listed as a starter here. I think I do have the depth chart here, but I'll put that up in a minute.
Oh, he missed.
He missed at 0-0. Banked. Did he hit the pole there or just missed it?
I completely
Went left.
missed. Like completely
Yeah,
missed.
wow. He just shanked
So,
that. Good.
okay.
0-0.
I'll take that.
We will definitely, just for the hell of it, take that. When you look at this here, special teams, pretty simple.
Here.
Brian Anger.
Since we don't have our usual setup,
Operating.
everything's a little bit weird.
Yeah, of course, Trent Zieg there, long snapper. And then Turpin returning things with Deuce Vaughn, Wanye Thomas, a couple of Cropper, a couple other guys in there fighting it out. And then you have the offensive side of the ball. Again, not in uniform. You can kind of count on who made this team here just by looking at this list here and crossing out the guys that are. If you cross them out, the ones that are left, they're fighting for a spot. Paris Campbell actually should be crossed off the list. He's off the team, and a couple others. An older list there, but like Jenny there as a third string behind some Richards, number 76. These guys are the ones fighting for spots in there. Unlike Jenny, who looks like he is not going to play much in this game. So that's different guys to look for down the roster spots. Jaden Blue. Deuce Vaughn, how much will he play in this game? Phil Maffa, he's number 37. We'll see how he plays. Malik Davis is 21. We'll see how this stuff kind of pans out for them. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. Of course, we know the Micah situation, but you got Dante Fowler. I think he is number. Is he number? He took over Pickens' old number. But anyways,
Yeah.
he gave up number 3 for Pickens. Mozzie's in there, but Fowler's not playing. I'm sorry. And you can see the list of guys here. Mainly the ones that are not playing. That nose tackle spot, Mozzie Smith, and all the guys down that list, they're fighting for spots in this team. So yeah, linebackers. I mean, Lil Fowl probably won't play at all this game. He's on this team. You look at the guys at the bottom of the depth chart. Those right now are going to be playing a lot of snaps in this game. The rookie there, Shamar James, number 50, and a lot of unsigned guys. A lot of guys that are trying to make the team on the practice squad are going to be playing in this game here. Minus a couple positions. That's why I look at the nickel cornerback spot. You look at number 24, Mukuamu, Kimon Hall, number 43. That's an important thing to kind of watch. We need to figure out what we're going to do at that spot. Right now, we got to find someone there without Trayvon Diggs, Siobhan Revel. These guys are out. That's it. So we got to figure out what to do with that nickel cornerback spot. That's why I'm trying to show it like a visual. You can see, oh shit, those are our starters? A nickel cornerback right now? Yeah. Yes, they are. Even with Trayvon Diggs there, that's still the situation. You know what I'm saying? Even with Ravel in there, that's still the situation. Now, I will say, Trayvon Diggs for sure there, Ravel in there. Now, we know that what's his name? Kair Elam should be moved up into that starting spot as far as where Deron Bland is. He can, as far as Trayvon Diggs is, I'm sorry. So you have Diggs replaced by Kair Elam,
Yeah.
Deron Bland at the other side. And then who's at the nickel? Because again, if you can get somebody else, Ravel, somebody, and get into the right cornerback spot, so to speak. Then we can move Bland into that nickel cornerback, that slot coverage guy.
Yeah.
Which would be Bland's. It would be a huge upgrade. Imagine going from Mukuamu or Hall to someone like Deron Bland at nickel corner, which is his specialty. So, anyways, that's where you see the breakdown there. I just tried to throw it in there just to get it breaking down. We got Deuce Vaughn in the game, little man Vaughn running the ball here with Joe Milton starting, and right up the middle we go. Vaughn goes for a yard or two, but he scored through there for like an extra one there. Scored it through literally like
He found a little gap.
Yeah, so we shall see what happens again.
I mean, I have to be honest. I'm a little bit deflated watching this game just because I was expecting a handful of other players
starters,
to play. I guess in some capacity.
Some Richards, yeah.
But it is nice to be able to actually, like you said, point out those handful of guys that are actually fighting realistically for the spots that are left. Now, an interesting detail. I don't know if we've. Oh, damn! He barely scraped a yard out of that. An interesting detail. I'm trying to be nice.
3rd and 6.
Damn it! You discombobulated me.
Sorry. I don't know what you're saying.
Deuce Vaughn falling over like that.
Deuce Vaughn got hit and he just kept rolling like Oompa Loompa, going backwards. It was weird. It's like Tyrion.
All right, so let me just focus on the next play, and I'll remember what it was. It has something to do with running backs.
Shotgun. I know we got Jaden Blue, 34, but he's not in this game. We got Deuce Vaughn got to take the.
No, Milton runs it himself.
That's what we need to see.
There we go.
First down.
Gets like 10 yards.
That to me is what. Sorry about that. I was really retarded. That to me, by Joe Milton, is one of his major specialties. He read the pressure coming to the left. Watch the left side, get double, two guys coming. Deuce Vaughn can only get one. Boom. So he saw that he knew it was got to be. Other side got to be open, especially if everybody else on coverage and man coverage. They're all going with the coverage. They're all going with the receiver, with the tight end, with the running back, with the receiver. And then Milton knows he's got himself a guaranteed 7 yards. We only needed 5. Go run the ball. There's Deuce Vaughn. There you go.
There you go.
There's a shifty Deuce Vaughn. He came close. It was a 9 to 10 yard run. 7, 6, 7. Anyways, the thing is, I won't try that again. I won't do that.
It just. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's been a long day.
I know, guys. It's moving the little girl, which is now an adult girl.
Little J is now Big J.
Yeah, she's Big J. She's in college, J. Yeah, and so it's rough. It's heartbreaking and it's bittersweet. But we're all very proud. But also, little girl is all grown up. There's a pass. Jalen Crawford gets the first. That's another first down, is it? I think so.
Yeah.
So,
by the way,
Milton's moving down the field.
No, just because you had made the joke earlier, just saying, "Oh crap." Little J is going to be going to college, like with the same like age range or people and stuff like that as like, future players on this team.
Yeah.
Like in a few handful of years, like there's going to be players drafted from like her graduating class, so to speak. So, so it's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's insane. I mean, she's gonna be older than some of these.
I know.
Some of these guys. So here's Milton looking down the field.
What a nice
the end
pass.
zone.
Come on. Ooh,
There's a little hole there, but all right. Ryan Flournoy's fighting for something.
Milton overthrew that, but honestly, he's still looking much better. Like pretty much every single preseason game that we've seen him, he's looking just a little sharper, a little cleaner.
But it's still not. Is it clean enough though? Is Will Greer better? I mean, Will Greer is not much better. If worse, in my opinion. It's still, we just don't have a really good backup right now.
The fact that Milton can move and do what he did there.
I agree. It's Will Greer. But Milton has a stronger arm, I think, but it's not a more accurate arm. It's not really. That's a free play. Oh.
No, they're saying it was us that we moved the ball.
Did we?
I'm not sure. They stopped the play.
One guy went over the line.
So he
went over so far over the line, they have to stop the play.
Okay.
Because you can.
Yeah. You don't know it.
Good. Make the life easier for these third and fourth stringers.
There we go. Yeah.
What?
You saw me go like this, and you just think this to give me a
there
high
you
five.
Go. Yo. So those trying fools got Cappy 2 in the house.
I know. So Willie Brady's asking, will this be Deuce's last game as a Cowboy?
Maybe. That's a good point. That can't be.
It might be time to part ways. Again, and there it is. Thank you, Mr. John Luna. Much love. He just dropped a $5 holler saying, y'all's Cowboys look pretty good, but it's so early. And this drop is for William Burney.
William Burney in the house.
Thank you so much, Mr. Luna. Appreciate you.
Congrats.
Let's have Traveling Fools.
Traveling Fools in the house.
Fins down.
Hey,
but yeah.
John Luna, man. Brother, man. Thank you. And William Burney, congrats. We got you. That's 2. 2 out of 20 on the bullseye.
But it is, it does feel like just yesterday, Little J was, because we still have, like, those pictures of us, like the OG pictures that we put up.
The one that,
Oh, damn. Players unfortunately injured from the Falcons.
Yeah. Dude's won a great run there. But yeah, it's like this one here. Here, let me see. There it is. There's Little J. Little G.
I know. Like, look how tiny they were.
Look at us.
They're both taller than me now. Both of them.
So, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That was our first year doing this, I think.
Yes, it was.
So, damn. Yeah, there you go. And Little J, it's 9 years ago.
That's how much time has passed.
That's crazy. Cowboys really, if you look closely.
They've definitely done a number on us.
Yeah. So it is what it is. That's that. If you don't get, I'm very proud of her. I'm gonna say this. I gotta brag here.
I know.
She did. Well, we should. Honestly, she's done a great job. She earned everything. She's basically fully covered for school. I mean, she earned it with her brain. So we got to be.
Yeah, she worked really hard to earn, a number of scholarships and academic awards that ended up being able to, pay for her full year. So.
At least, it's gonna basically it covers, dorm, food, everything, and in a way, books too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everything, the parking pass, even down to everything. So can't be prouder. She's gonna do great. Psychology, neuroscience kind of style of path is what her projection is right now. She's very serious and loves it. So we're very proud. We're very confident. It's still heartbreaking and bittersweet for old daddy and stepmommy. So
like it's crazy. And let me just point out the one glaring fact.
We cried enough.
I know the one glaring fact. I'm gonna give you one more reason to cry. I'm sure you know what's coming. I know you know what it is.
Off the camera.
What have the Cowboys done in those 9 years?
I'm
gonna say something very uncomfortable to us Cowboy fans. Since our last Super Bowl era, right, in the 90s, the most successful team, the most successful run, McCarthy.
And I believe it because he is the best. I'd say Parcells probably the best one. I know we had, but not overall, right? But he took a shit team and made it a playoff, and even bigger than that because he's the one. It wasn't really Phillips. It wasn't really Phillips. It was Parcells' team. But I know you're saying Parcells was the best coach, but I know the best run was in McCarthy. We had the best players too during the McCarthy.
I'm just throwing it out there because when I saw that and I kind of thought about it for a second, I was like, yeah, that's crazy. An uncomfortable but true.
Drew Deuce Vaughn gets the outside, outruns that guy. Gets to the 10, to the 5, to the 4, 3,
Oh,
2, 1.
I think he got
Hits it. Oh, he must have stepped out.
Oh.
He hit the pylon, but they said he stepped out there at the 1 or 2.
Yeah, remember, it's first and goal on like
I
the
say
edge.
go for it. Why not, man? This is it's first and goal. That's right. Shit. I just realized they made a first down on that, which is great. I didn't see the first.
Look, I mean, it should be
where
second
did he? Now.
Yeah, you see first and goal on the 1.
Play action, easy touchdown from Milton. Using the legs.
It sucks though. I wanted Deuce to get his touchdown, but
that's what we talking
go.
about. That's what I'm sorry. No, the
okay.
ring went into my ring went into my hand.
Oh, so
that's touchdown, Cowboys.
Thank you, Larry J. Thank you, Cap 52.
Thank you, brothers.
All of you guys. And there we go. Cowboys touchdown. That's always a happy thing.
Yeah, there you go. The story ended in a happy end with a happy ending. Wait, that didn't make sense. Oh man! All right,
it's a little differently. Just throwing that out there.
Here we go. So 6-0 Cowboys. Now, of course, number 17, but Brandon Aubrey, he's ready to knock it through the goalpost. And maybe this year break, 67-yarder, break the record. 68-yarder, 70, 71-yarder.
I would love to.
Aubrey can knock that shit through.
I would love to go.
He's practicing for that. He's hanging over the net. Looks like.
So
7-0 Cowboys.
All right.
Our backups are better than the Falcons backwards.
It's a good time. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first quarter. We got some points on the board. I think that's enough soothing for the conversation that's about to happen. We got to talk about Micah Parsons. We got to talk about the bullshit that's been happening.
You're ready to bring it. Bring it and bring it good.
I'm sorry, because I'm going to start it off with one simple fact after I read Mr. John Luna's $5 holler here.
That's 3 hits on the bullseye.
And then I want to know what you guys think as Mr. MCF regales us with the facts of what's happened in basically the last week. Because holy shit, just in the last week, a lot has happened. So thank you so much, Mr. Luna. He said with his $5 holler, Mr. MCF looking sharp with the trimmed up beard. Y'all are so proud of y'all's daughter and it shows. Put this donation in the name of Azteca Aguilar.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. And I marked down Mr. Azteca Aguilar in the house. Congrats to he's old schooler. And thank you. Let me run the show right here, Mr. John Luna.
We are very proud. I just see that.
Very proud.
Also, like we said, we're trying to not turn into the sappy, sad parents, so we're going to just leave it there so we don't start
crying. Not on the camera.
I know, exactly. So, with that said, like I said, I'm going to say something. I didn't get the chance to talk about it while you were talking about the players.
Yes,
but,
go ahead. Yes,
all the players that we said weren't playing, they were just in their casual clothes, but they were still with the team. Right. There is one player that was notably absent, and it was Micah Parsons. I want to point out that the last time we were live for one of these games, Micah was not suited up, but he was with the team. Mm-hmm. So,
what are you saying? Because a lot of things happened before.
I'm just trying to say that there's been a lot that's happened in the last week. So why don't we that's what I'm saying. Like why don't we go there? So with this documentary on Netflix, Jerry actually ended up sitting down for an interview with, I want to say it was Michael Irvin. Yes, it was Michael Irvin. Sorry. Because he had an interview with Stephen A. Smith too, where he said some other stuff. So it took me a second. Yeah. But he had an interview with Michael Irvin and he sat down and he basically said, it was Micah's agent who fucked the negotiations. Micah and I sat down, we talked it out, we hashed it out, and then when I called his agent to basically sign on the dotted line, his agent said, fuck that, you gotta talk to me. And then basically told him to take his deal and shove it up his ass or something. So basically blaming Mulugeta. Yeah,
David Mulugeta. Who also represented, I think, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yes, he basically fully blamed him and said, no, it's your fault. You basically ignored me and told me to kick it. I'm telling you, I already negotiated the deal with the player, and you're telling me you're not going to agree to that because you have your own stipulations or something like that. So that's what Jerry is saying to Michael Irving, and that he said he was pissed because he basically felt like, yo, I thought this was resolved because Micah and I talked about it. That's what Jerry is saying. That's what Jerry is feeling, so to speak. And so Micah, on social media, removes everything Dallas Cowboys from his bio. It still says Penn State class of 2021 or something like that. And after that, it says TBD, to be determined. To be determined. On top of that, he posted onto his TikTok, little cute photo montage of really great plays of his and great moves of his in the NFL with Allen Iverson's audio that says, I'm going to play great no matter where I go. I'm going to win wherever I go. And it keeps going, but it basically keeps repeating that message.
Not good.
Then
Good. Not
Jerry talked to Stephen A. Smith and basically, said some other shit, but it kind of just boiled down to the same thing that he had told Michael Irvin, so there wasn't really anything new. I'm not going to rehash every single thing that comes out of Jerry's mouth because we all have heard most of it before. But that's contractually where we are at. According to Jerry, and according to other multiple sources, there's been an attempt to get communication between both sides, but as far as we know, there still has not been communication from both sides. Obviously, maybe there has been, and it just hasn't been leaked, but that's the word on the street, so to speak. And
by the way, Mukwama with a great stop there, although it's 3rd and 1. They still gained 4 yards, but he hit a hit and tackle right away. He's
so
6
well, I'm going to stop ranting.
No, well,
it's more of a quick fact checkup, but
that's the fact.
Exactly.
What do you feel? Because I know you feel something about Micah kind of making deals on his own.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm going to use history as my guide. So let's go back to the Bulls. And it's the exact example I brought up to you.
Yeah,
Scottie Pippen. He sat down with the owner of the Bulls. Said, I want a long-term contract. Give me 8 years, baby. I want to be here. I want to stay here.
$1 million, $1 million per year for 8 years.
And the owner straight up said, hey, I'm the owner of this team. I have a vested interest in paying you as little as I can. This is a bad idea. Don't sign it. This is dumb as fuck. And Scottie Pippen said, I know that. I'm signing it anyway. And then he signed it. And he remained bitter about that fact.
Jerry Reinsdorf said, I will never redo a deal once it's done.
Yes.
That's it.
He made it clear, look, you sign on this bottom line. These are the terms you're agreeing to. Do not come to me. Do not talk to me. You said you want this. This is it.
Once it's signed, sealed, and delivered, it's it. It's done, and we don't talk about it until.
And yes, Scottie Pippen's agent absolutely said you are a fucking idiot, but it's not like he can tell him to unsign it if he already signed it.
So now going to Micah Parsons, he met with Jerry Jones. They're chummy. They're friendly. Jerry Jones says he gave up some things. Yeah, he made some concessions.
And I'm sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But the point is that if Jerry Jones had the contract in front of him with a pen in front of him, Micah might have done something very similar to Scottie Pippen potentially.
Ooh, is what I'm trying to imply. He made a play.
Hey!
Made a play on 3rd and 1.
That deserves a moment of recognition.
Mozzie broke through and made a fucking 3-yard stop on 3rd and 1. Now it's 4th and 4.
4th and 6, even better.
Watch Mozzie get through there. He's playing against third stringers.
That was impressive.
This is third stringers. But yeah, look at him. No one blocked him. He just came in.
That's cool.
No, he literally just went right in there. No one blocked him. Yeah, at least he made the play. Good for him. The Cowboys probably can't afford to release a first rounder just on embarrassment statuses. But
anyways, and yes, to be fair, I do want to hit up the chat real quick because William Birdie said, despite the ugliness of all this contract situation, I still think the Parsons will be signed by week 1. Larry J said, don't worry, Micah's probably just getting cheese for his nachos.
Return time by Jalen Crawford.
To be fair, Bernie, Schottenheimer did say that when he was directly asked, hey, do you think Micah's going to be there week 1? He just said, I have full faith that Micah Parsons will be there to play against the Philadelphia Eagles. So he phrased it very carefully, but Schottenheimer obviously does believe that Micah, when push comes to shove, whether it's contractual push or Micah push, whatever.
Two things I want to remind you why you can bank on that. Yeah. I think we're thinking Micah's not going to play. Micah's going to lose his money. And I'm saying he's losing a lot of money. He's still getting paid $21 million, $24 million a year. Well, not a year, but this year. My point is that
he still has a financial reason to play even now.
If he doesn't play now, he loses every week. He loses $1.1 million. Is it worth it to hold out a whole year? And the Cowboys are going to do it. This is what I said. I said this years ago, literally years ago. But
I know.
More and more every year we got closer to this point. I've said the Cowboys are going to end up, whether it's this year or next year, I think more next year, they're going to they can't do it this year. Franchise tag him. They're going to tag him.
Yeah.
And they're going to trade him. That's what they're going to do. He's going to make a deal with another team and break the tag deal, which is going to be minimum. They might tag him as a linebacker. And disrespect them that way.
Yeah.
Either way, this seems like it's over. I'm sorry to say, and again, you can blame Micah for being a dumbass, but I blame the way Jerry Jones does things. He acts like he didn't like he would never run by this. He would never run this by a fucking lawyer, or he never run by this to his agent. I mean,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Are you gonna hold Micah Parsons responsible for shaking something that's never legally on paper official? Like, it's not officially yet done. Nothing. Jerry's broken contracts and he's wrote it on napkins.
Exactly.
So it's just like,
And
stop
look,
the bullshit, Jerry. Stop acting like the
and that's what
victim.
I'm trying to say. We are very, very, very close to potentially ending up in a very bad situation for Micah Parsons. And I actually wanted to point out something that's even bigger than all this, and why I personally do believe that Micah will actually get his way.
Okay.
Here's why. Forget Micah. Because at the end of the day, he's not the agent. And Micah has now, after that disastrous talk between him and Jerry, let his agent do his thing. Let's look at his record. How many times has he actually lost to the Dallas Cowboys organization? Because I actually tried to look at some of the players that he had represented. It was just one time that basically he didn't get what he wanted for one of his players. So,
Wow.
every other time, whether it was a small player, a medium player, a large player,
he's got his
for better or for worse, he gets his way. So
Jaden Blue, first carry, loses 4 yards.
I'm not trying to say that you are wrong, because honestly, that's what I personally feel.
I feel you. I understand.
But there is still this other part of me that's like, I don't know,
Either way, it's souring the relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
but at the same time, we saw the same shit. I mean, Dad kind of said it. I can't remember if it was earlier this offseason, but he's like this shit happens every year. You just kind of have to get used to it. That's just normal for us here in Dallas.
Jerry Jones and the
it's just normal here in Dallas. You kind of joke
Joe Milton, by the way, going back, shooting it to number 19, Ryan.
Hey, he broke out of that first time.
He's having a good training camp. I mean, he's good enough. I don't know if he's going to break the top 6, but we got 5 guys right now that made it already.
No, but again, I guess he'll probably get snatched off our practice squad.
He could. He'd get on the day of cut day, everyone gets to get picked up in 24 hours.
Yeah.
The thing is that somebody else has to cut one of their guys to pick them up. So that's what makes it harder to get someone like.
So
you got to pick a floor and keep somebody.
The Jerry documentary, but we are watching the America's Team documentary.
Yes.
That's on Netflix. So huge shout out there. We got the man, the lunatic. Puro pinche Cowboys. You know what he said with his $5 holler?
That's the Godfather. What did he say?
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Holy
shit, he caught it!
And this guy right here.
What a great
Witherspoon or Wither or something. And what
a great pass, too, by Joe Milton.
Put it in a good enough spot to make him play the fair weather. But there is a flag.
We spoke too soon.
Flag, even though fair weather made the catch. Could be interference.
Okay, well,
he had the guy all over him.
Okay, John Lunatic.
Thank you, John.
Sorry, the lunatic.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
Yes!
There we go. I know. I was so distracted by the game. I'm so sorry. The lunatic with his $5 holler said, "Stay humble, stay hungry, and be blessed, Cowboy Nation. Jera is a Hall of Fame owner, but a piece of shit GM. Dallas Cowboys for life. Puro pinche Cowboys and fuck." I had to add a little pizzazz there on the end. Thank you so much, Mr. The Lunatic. Appreciate you.
Catch, by the way, by Flournoy again. 13 yards, first down. By Milton to Flournoy, the flag.
And there's a flag.
But shout out to Skeptical Ham. His comment, Milton is playing good. Wow. Definitely better and better every week, right?
I'm saying, and that's why I'm telling you that even though he still does have, is rough around the edges, does need to, keep improving, keep working at it. Those moments there, that's where you see.
Oh, intentional. I mean, foul. Roughing the pass, first down Cowboys. They went below the knee, I think. I don't know, but
I saw the personal foul, but I thought he meant
94 London.
I saw the motion out of the I thought it was a chop block.
Let's see. He just went. We can't see the penalty, but he got here.
Oh, I think we'll see it here.
He just hit him late.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't really. I don't even think that should be a penalty. He just gave a little elbow.
If he hadn't smacked him right in the face in front of the ref, because remember, they're being very particular. I don't move out of the way, but they're being very particular about just face stuff in general. So
first down and 10 on the 15. Jaden Blue running the ball, gaining no yards.
So, and by the way, Mr. John Luna also dropped a $5 holler.
Thank you, John Luna.
And he said, it seems like Jerry Jones, he's more concerned about being in the spotlight while being while putting a poor product on the field. And this one's for Super Queen and King. Hey, we're still not through all the episodes in the America's Team one where they're talking about the 90s and all that.
Yeah.
But one
I know it.
thing that
She's
is
learning a little bit.
pretty evident
Yeah.
there in the way that Jerry saw himself
Yeah.
in what he was doing, he was innovative. He was doing something different.
Jaden Blue, first down and goal of the 3-yard line, breaking about an 8 or 9 yard run there.
I just think that it's easy to forget that
Explosive.
because you innovated once at one point, like after that point, it's no longer new and innovative. It's
It runs
old
its course.
news, exactly.
Right.
Like it has a natural life cycle. So then Jerry just never really innovated past that initial point. And that is the reason we haven't seen success. You know, it's funny when they said, wait, he's replacing Tech Schramm as GM. Oh, I want his job. Like this hick from Arkansas. Like it was like a whole. Oh, I know that was us. Damn it.
False start. 7. We were first and goal in the 7.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So just saying that, you know, it is pretty clear that part of this is.
We know Jerry Jones'
you know,
major issue.
But he has this dream of not just succeeding from the business side, but he wants to be responsible for the football success. That's the point. He went from wanting the team to succeed because he wanted money in his pocket to, I want to be able to say that I was like Jimmy Johnson, that I was like Jimmy Johnson, that I went in there and did that shit. That's his mindset. Here we go, Joe Milton. Come on.
End zone.
Jalen. Okay, I guess. Thank you. There's the flag. I'm sorry, but yeah.
You got it.
There we go, Skeptical Fan. He said pass interference. And you know what Mr. John Luna said? Put this down for Skeptical Fan to celebrate his 48 months.
Boom, that's true. 48 months. You see him on the board there.
Holy shit.
And then Navy Blue.
4 years.
That is.
Right?
Only person I think that's got more than him is A. Lavelle. Yeah, Lavelle,
That's
top
crazy.
dog bullies, Dwayne Broussard, we got Justin Quarles. I didn't mention that, but they're silver level numbers. They get their fan Fridays. Even
Thank you so much.
So shout out.
Appreciate that, Mr. Skeptical Fan and Mr. John Luna for reminding us of that.
That's a lot of time.
That is crazy.
It's crazy how time flies, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel like 4 years in some ways. But.
Yeah, shit. 2021. That's crazy. We go motion with Copper. Milton looking first and goal, 1 out of bounds, throws it out of bounds. Milton throws the ball out. But anyways,
hey,
it's Micah Parsons discussion.
We're getting really close to the end of the first quarter. No, I feel like I've kind of been talking a little too much about this. Like that's
you've made your points.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree with some of that.
I would like to see a resolution. I feel like it's more likely we end up parting ways. I'm still a fan of keeping Micah on this team because I want to put all my chips into winning for the next 2 years in the way that I would. So, yeah, actually, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Troy Aikman said a few days ago, basically, he was asked, what do you think about this whole Micah contract stuff? He's like, well, Micah's got all the leverage. Without him, they can't win. Very short, very simple, to the point. He's not wrong. So, I think even...
Touchdown, Jaden Blue.
Oh, shit, yay!
The rookie makes his first TD for the Dallas Cowboys. Jaden Blue. Congrats to him. And you know what? Boom. Jaden Blue, number 34, repping it. Yeah! Another touchdown, Cowboys. Here's from the rookie, Mr. Blue.
J. Blue Trucker.
Hey, Cowboy J. Blue. Let's go. Listen,
that's funny.
The thing is that he's not really a goal line guy. You see a little. He honestly,
he looks like from that top camera angle. You could have told me that was Deuce Vaughn, and I would have believed you if I know the number. But
he's a little bigger. And the thing is this about Jaden Blue. He had 4 carries, 2 for loss of yardage. It was not his fault. But there's one play where he made about 9 yards for the first down and put his first and goal. It's good. It's 14-7. I'll fix it. But when he made that first and goal, it was a 9-yard explosive run. It wasn't even that was powerful. It wasn't even he was fast. He's explosive. So once he gets going, he gets even going faster. You can see him getting faster and faster as he ran. Each yard passed under his feet.
I think it was Jerry Jones who made a comment right before this game started that Jaden Blue just adds a lot of speed to the running back room.
Yeah, he is fast just automatically, but he's just faster as he keeps going. So to me, if you get him on a little outside screen.
You see everything you're saying. It's just reminding me. It comes back to me in the moment. So give me a second. I go ahead and take a very short break here.
Oh.
But before I do, I got to stop myself. Take a second here, Mr. Skeptical Fan. Thank you so much for that $5 holler. He said, I'm actually enjoying this game. Go Cowboys. You know what's funny? I straight up said it 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm not really that excited about this game. Just a lot of guys aren't playing, but they're actually playing pretty well on both sides of the ball.
Our backups are
better
than their backups.
Sense, yeah.
But my thing is more than our backups are better than their backups.
No, the guys that we're specifically looking at are actually playing well. You're telling me Mozzie got a sack? I don't care if it's against third stringers at this point.
Lots of yardage guy. Yeah.
True. It was Houston.
Stop.
Was it Houston who got the
Houston got
sack?
the sack.
Thank you.
Yes. He's playing well, but it's more about them playing well against backups versus backups. Yeah, we have better
Oh, there's a
backups.
nice special
I
teams
like
play.
this one's a little better. The flag's been up against them, right? So that's good. We got a rookie Jaden Blue
Okay.
scoring here, a touchdown for the
By the way,
Cowboys.
Cropper, the nice special teams play there.
Right? That's why
Again, so
that's why he earns that spot.
pointing that out, and for a second, I thought that Tyrus Wheat was about to start a fight, but he was just doing talking to somebody that I
91.
think he knew,
Yeah.
and he gave him a little helmet
Jaden
tap.
Blue for a
So
touchdown.
we improved every game, which is important. Thank you, Tokyo. That's what I was going to say. A lot of the guys that we have been keeping an eye on. Again, I'll use Joe Milton just because he's maybe the easiest, obvious example. He has gotten better every single preseason game. You can see that they're obviously picking up a few little offensive things. Like we're seeing less of those play penalties type of oh shit, illegal shift, oh crap, I'm out of place, I'm not in line. Even when it was last week's game. A lot less, I'm just saying, I like that progression. And to be fair, because even if it's a small credit, I will give it, Schottenheimer has not committed those stupid sloppy coaching mistakes that he made with that first preseason game the last 2 weeks.
Agreed.
So that was.
I want to say one other thing too.
And now I'll go ahead and take my
well, that's an important thing is the lack of mistakes, but we've discussed that already. By the way, they're at the 40-yard line after that kickoff, and where they're at now. But the thing is that there's some pressure from Houston, double teamed, almost picked there, but number 93, Toya, he's the rookie 7th rounder playing inside. Oh, I don't know. Toya, I thought hit it, but yeah, Clark flipped it too there. Yeah, it looked like Toya came back for it. My fault. There's a flag roughing the passer on us. No, he was down the field. That was weird seeing Toya down the field in coverage. To me, it was 53 probably. If anybody, he was the closest one to him. Houston. Let's see, Houston or Wheat? No, it's Wheat. Oh, Wheat just gave him a good elbow to the head.
Right.
That's on him. I mean, there's no excusing him. He shouldn't do that. But he has been on the 53-man roster for most of his time with the Cowboys. He's like our last defensive edge rusher. But you got other guys like a rookie Donovan Escaruzo. I can't say his name right. Escarazu. And you have him up there. It could push him for a spot. Here's a good stop inside, and this is Mozzie with a stop, the 58. I think he got the stop there inside. He did. So again, Mozzie is playing up when it comes to playing against third and fourth stringers. The thing I do want to say, though, and I want to make this clear, even though they're playing against lesser talent, and that's something you have to take into major consideration, it's the cleanup of the sloppy play. You can see the team as a whole, and I say as a whole, I'm saying the positions, every level of the defense, every level of the offense, they are overall playing with a little more discipline at this point right now. In the beginning of this first quarter, or at the end of the first quarter now, second quarter now. So that part's a good thing to see. I like to see that improvement. The one thing I will say, though, is that we need the confidence from Milton. We need the confidence in Jaden Blue. We need the confidence from the younger guys to be there, even if it's against lesser talent. We need the confidence so these guys, when they have to play in a game and jump in there, playing with talent around them that is 10 times better, and they're playing talent against them that are 10 times better, but they're at least feeling a little more confident, remembering, okay, I can do this in the preseason, in the NFL. That's a big deal. Even if who cares who I played against, I can do this in the if I have to jump in for a game or two. That's important whatever position it may be, quarterback, offensive lineman, safety, whatever. So that's why this is a very important kind of to figure out which players do have the confidence that can kind of bring it in a game when the lights are on. Jaden Blue, bringing it, in my opinion. Two good runs, right? Touchdown run and a 9-yard explosive run, and that doesn't matter who he's playing against. That's who he is, and that's why you keep someone like that over. And you guys might hate me for this. If you have to pick between Jaden Blue or Deuce Vaughn, I'm picking Jaden Blue. Just automatically already, to me, better than Deuce Vaughn overall. Although Deuce Vaughn looks good, how does he look against starters? Not as good because guys are faster, bigger, they're stronger. So these guys here, he can make a couple of good moves and look good in preseason. But the problem is, against starters, that's where Deuce Vaughn doesn't really show up as much. We'll see where Jaden Blue is. But I think Jaden Blue is already starting off at the same or a little above Deuce Vaughn. And he has a huge upside, while Deuce Vaughn only has so much, I want to say upside, but tall side. He only has so much upside. I do believe the Cowboys should use him better, Deuce Vaughn. They don't use him well enough. But if you're going to use Deuce Vaughn on screens and this kind of run for his size and stature and situation, you can use Jaden Blue in that situation as well. You need both. It's my 2 cents. I'll see if anybody has any issue with that. I know you'll be over here shortly to probably give me some business. Give me the business on that. But either way, Deuce Vaughn. It's tough to keep a lot of running backs. And to me, they're hanging on. So the wife says time's up, or time may be up for Deuce Vaughn. Yep. J. Lou Truckin says skeptical fan. We improved every game, which is important. I agree there. Cowboys forever. MCF forever. Thank you, AOD. MCF after hours forever. Yes. Well, you're right. Right now with the daughter situation, we this is only the one thing we're doing, and my little girl, my daughter is currently at an event in USF in the college, so she is having a great time with her friends, having a great time doing things there. So that is a good thing that that she gets to spend that time with them as well, and get integrated into the college life. We have to get we're integrated into Cowboys right now, but it's a good takeaway from all the other happiness and also unfortunate bittersweetness when it comes to seeing the little girl go uh, to college. Anyways, first and 10 for the Falcons. Cowboys on defense on their own 29. And it's a run outside. Great job by James Houston. See, that's what I'm talking about. This doesn't matter which string, which player Okay, so what? James Houston's playing against backups, third stringers against the Falcons. Who cares? That's a read play. He read that play. That's what you say. Okay, he's got to make the team because of that. That's an instinct. So again, James Houston came from Detroit. First round pick a couple years, a little pressure there. They're going deep though. Interception, 32. Easy pick. Troy Pride. I don't know if he should have taken that as a that could be a safety. But either way, he see they're saying it was intercepted on the 4, and he took it into the end zone and took a knee. I'm afraid about that. He walked it into the end zone and then took a knee. That's a safety. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
That's the rule. Now, a good thing about Pride is he was watching. He caught it there. I think he was taken into the end zone. He took a knee, but it's hard to tell because he caught it at the 4-3, and he kind of ran into the end zone and took a knee. I wouldn't coach that way. I would say don't get in the end zone, or if there is a flag. So we don't know what that is. If maybe it's a celebration thing. Either way, it's an INT for Troy Pride there, and good for him. Although I think it's a practice squad move. I think he meant make the practice squad because of something like that. He's been in the Cowboy kind of clips and the reels you see him in. You'll see Troy Pride somewhere in the play number 32, but he's not a starter. We don't want to see Pride in the game. So we don't say the Cowboy Pride. We don't want to see Troy Pride in this game because in a real game, because that means we're fucked at cornerback. We're going to our 5th stringer, 6th stringer. So keep that in mind. If he gets on this team, that means that we're needing our practice squad guy. So either way, good job there though. Interception, and now Cowboys have the ball, get an offense. Joe Milton can go on a 3rd touchdown drive. Can we do this? Let's see what happens. Skeptical. Yes, my daughter's health much better, very good. She is healthy and good to go. She luckily. Everything is good with her when it comes to school, when it comes to her job, when it comes to her, just readiness for college. But yeah, I mean, she's she's got through some tough times earlier when it comes to the job situation that she had. But that's good to go. So thank you, Skeptical, for asking on that. We them boys at AOD. There's a flag on the Cowboys, unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. What the heck happened?
So it's 2nd down. Too many men on the field. So it's first.
Is that our problem?
So it's
Too many men.
So it's first and 10 Falcons.
Men are always a problem.
Is that what it is? It is the Falcons' ball. Wow. I think it is. So that means the Cowboys just lost. An interception didn't mean shit. I mean,
because he went in the end zone? Is that why?
Yeah, there was too many men, and then there was unsportsmanlike after the play. So there's too many men.
How does that make us lose the ball, though?
The first too many men is their ball. They declined They want the ball. The time back to 13:50. So there was a substitution issue. There were too many guys, and the one guy didn't get off the field in time. So that's a penalty on the Cowboys. That's a 5-yarder. But if they took the other one for a celebration, that means it'd be Cowboys' ball.
Okay.
Right.
But it's a 2nd down, so that means that there was a first down. So it was never an interception.
Right. Right. There was too many men on the field. There's he just had. There's Pride had a chance to get a pick and dropped it, and there's a chance to get a pick. There's a chance to really get an interception. But he had the first one. The reason he got a pick was fine, but there were too many men in the field.
I know.
So that discounts the interception. That's what I'm trying to say.
Now, one thing I do want to keep in mind, just since the defense is back on the field.
See, too many people in the field.
I see it. Since the defense is back on the field, one, sloppy, but two, earplugs. Play your fucking corners more up. I'm tired of seeing this shit.
I know. He's playing
so consistently.
But you know who made that play even though Pride dropped the ball? Winfrey. Perion Winfrey. Number 99. How many times have we said his name? I want to see him. I want to see him making this fucking team. He's one of those bubble guys, but I think he's on the team. I'm putting him on the team because he's better than Mozzie overall against better talent. Here they come. Give him some pressure, but he gets the ball out. They got the first. Him on Hall a little bit off.
I know, but allowing a first down on a 3rd and 10 hurts. Even if it's like your third, even if it's my third or fourth string.
You're right, especially that he should be a starter. He's fighting to be starter. So
it just, I don't know. That again, those are the types of things that I am looking at when we're talking about like what actually matters in this game specifically. So yeah, William already said that's a horrendous penalty by that rookie running back. I'm sorry, but like that. Again, it's one thing to have a penalty. It's another thing for the penalty to cost you something as big as an interception. 1st and 10
on the Cowboys 21. They're in motion. They're throwing out. Keelan Hall almost gets it. We got two guys out there. Got to make the tackle. He does. 39 with a good stop. You know, when it comes to the last game against Baltimore, Robert Plus had the defensive line do a lot of slants, a lot of cuts across movement to kind of disrupt the flow of the I'll say holes, but you know what I'm saying, of basically the gaps for the running backs or for the pass blocking. So he did a lot of that. Some good things happened, but some bad things. Some guys were out of place. Mixed up a lot of fronts, 4-3, 3-4, nickel, whatever, strong, big nickel, whichever it may be. He was always switching things up a little bit, trying different things. Damone Clark, we know he played well last week.
Yeah.
He's not wearing a uniform this week because he's pretty much guaranteed himself on the team, in my opinion.
Really good for him. Timeout, out flag again. Game got sloppy real fast.
A lot of the plays he made in that game wasn't because he was great. It was because there was miscommunication by Baltimore. So, in a way, Baltimore is what got him to look better than he was. Yeah. Let me put it that way. But he is at least there when he's supposed to be. And that's a good thing about Damone Clark. And again, him not being in uniform shows me that he has a real good chance of making the team.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some notes here that
I would actually change it from real good to pretty much guaranteed. I'm sorry, but if the Cowboys had any questions,
I don't know if he's banged up for any reason at all. But if he is though, but if you're on the bubble, you want to play. They want to see you. Oh, great hit!
Damn, I heard that.
Is that your old jersey or is that 39?
That was 48, 38.
38. That's your old jersey.
That's Clark.
Elijah Clark. Again, these are the guys fighting for one of those last spots.
Hey, maybe he'll give me a reason to be able to break it out again.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen some guys here that you might not know who they are, but it's important to know that we stopped them on 3rd and 16. There is a throwdown, basically a drop down, good stop, solid tackle there. So good job. But just going by I know we're watching right now currently this game, but going by the last game we had here, we had it in Dallas against the Ravens, and the way the Cowboys kind of looked. I personally think that when it comes to the run defense and some of the run stuff, there's a lot of room for improvement. As we need to improve better. Mozzie Smith was not doing it against those other guys. This game is much improved. He got off too slow. He's getting off the snap too slow. It's just the same issues that are coming up. James Toia, again, is roller coaster when it's more of a up and down kind of guy. They made a field goal. He's an up and down kind of guy when it comes to pass rush. When it comes to run stop, he don't get shoved back as badly as I've seen Mozzie get shoved back. So number 93, somebody to watch when it comes to a rookie or young guy trying to come in there and look like Winfrey, Perion Winfrey. I mean, to me, he's number 99. He's almost bypassed everybody to become almost a starter there. So I want to see what happens there. With Perion Winfrey, who is to me, standing out a little bit against starters, against backups, as a nose tackle. And again, you got still Solomon Thomas, although he's a 3-tech with Osa. You're going to have a rotation of these guys. Is Mozzie in the mix? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it right now. So Winfrey might be the guy right now. which is great that we found someone, but he's not. Do you really want him to be the answer? And
Again, when we're
an undrafted
say
guy.
it now, when we're talking like little preseason bullshit or whatever, we're not thinking a real season game.
It scares me.
No.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Sam Williams, the pass rush in the last game against Baltimore, he was playing a little bit more. But
Jerry said before this game started, he's like, "Oh, defensive edge and the D line and stuff like that. Like those are our deepest positions. We're gonna have some really hard decisions because we got too many guys there and stuff."
But the thing is that, for example, Fowler, who played last game, seemed to me to be lazy in some plays.
Yeah,
and I hope that's not what we're gonna see in the regular season. It doesn't really worry me about him as much as is this a complete team kind of mindset.
Yeah,
and that scares me a little bit in the sense that like what's the coaching? Even though the coaching is better this game as far as execution and flags, how is it going to be when it comes to attitude and when I see the starters playing a little bit lazy against Baltimore?
Yeah,
the guys that have more, I say starters or have major roles and major time, major snaps for the Cowboys. So again, Tyrus Wheat, you saw him getting in a little kind of a dumb play there, hitting the quarterback the way he did. That's a penalty there, but to me, he's a guy that someone who stood out. I have a couple names here. I want to say James Houston was a guy to watch, number 53. We've seen him a lot.
Yeah.
James Houston playing great. Thank you, Detroit, for that. Really, he went somewhere else, and then we picked him up after that. But Jack Sanborn, to me, did well. Good instincts, good coverage. Number 57, that was the last game. You see he's not in this one because he's on the team. He made it, and there's no issues there. Tyrus Wheat, again, good against the run, but a little bit, got to be careful about hitting the quarterback like that. Zion Childress, number 48. He suited up, so keep an eye on him playing safety / nickel cornerback. Somebody to keep an eye on. Ernest Brown, again, playing decently at defensive tackle. But again, practice squad type guy, not playing this game, Ernest Brown. That's the defensive side. I'll talk about the offense in a little bit. But defensive, we just saw our defense out there.
Yep.
I'm going to fix the score because it is the second quarter. It's 14-3. So let me make sure I fix that. Here we go. Oh, we got Mr. Calvin Richard with a $2 holla.
What is up, Mr. Richard? Much love.
That's a Wanye too.
And he said it there. This is the last audition.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Your last chance to make the team, whether it's one of the few on the 53 or the practice squad.
I think one thing that some of these younger guys also maybe
it's also a resume for another team.
Yes, because it's again, you're focused so much on like just keeping, like staying on this team, staying here, that you forget that, make sure you're showing these qualities, not just, on tape and not just like, I don't know, on the sideline or something, so that other people can also see what you have to offer and you're not jobless.
Great.
So
100%. Javonte Williams, number 33, they're showing him there because he's kind of our player to watch. But again, he's not playing this game.
I know. By the way, from like a Cowboy perspective too, like usually most players that come to the Cowboys and then leave the Cowboys end up better off than they would have if they ever had stayed with the Cowboys.
So Milton rolling out 1st and 10 on a bootleg, but they had someone to run on him. Smart, the two things: the fact that he's that fast, he was able to keep the distance from the defender and see if something he kind of came out of that. His 2 or 3 options that were left, but they were in good coverage too, so he had no one to throw to.
Yeah.
What did he do? Did he go out of bounds? Did he try to make something happen and lose 3 yards, or did he throw the ball out of bounds? He threw the ball out of bounds. 2nd and 10, best decision you can make in that situation. So good job by Joe Milton. If you break down the play, good outing from him. Forget about what happened. That's not his fault that nobody's open or they didn't block the right guy.
Exactly.
So run here by Jaden Blue.
He only gets like 1 yard, 2 yards.
1 yard. Same thing. We're having an issue running
Jaden
the ball.
Blue is the same as Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah.
Same as all our other guys.
An issue
actually, only 1 yard. Actually, that's
an issue running the ball is the problem for the Cowboys. 3rd and 9 now.
My question though is, usually when you see a bad run game, you have to look at the actual original source, which is the O-line. And we got a backup O-line here, but
problem is you got guys like TJ Bass, Brock Hoppin, who are formerly have starting abilities.
They've started and played games.
There's no excuse there. They've started and have to come in and start for a couple of games. Here we go. Coming with the pressure, but Milton with a nice pass. It is caught.
And there is a nice
yard short. Too. Caught by number 85. Is that Fairweather again? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Font. That's Fant. So Fant again. When it comes to Fant catching that, he's going to be on the practice squad. Type of halfback. I'm going to call him a fullback tight end. He's playing tight end now, but he's kind of that role for the Cowboys, fullback, like backup fullback / tight end and he's on the practice squad. So I don't think he's going to make the 53 this year, especially the fact that we got 4 guys not playing, not in uniform, who are definitely going to make the team. So here we go. We're punting. Brian Anger, one of the starters. There you go. Punting the ball down to the damn 20-yard line, 19-yard line, fair catch. Good job by number 30 of the gunner being there and making fair catch that. But obviously the great punt by Brian Anger. Second quarter, 14-3 Cowboys at 9:14 left. Thank you all for being here with us. Hit that like, but even more importantly, subscribing, hit the notification bell. Again,
be with us even when we're on the road. At home wearing our cowboy gear because I am not going to lie, I forgot to pack my cowboy shirt.
Again, we're worried about our daughter making sure.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I completely forgot with all the craziness. I'm like, and I'm pretty sure I set it to the side. And we'll find it somewhere in the house.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know I have my shirt. I have my hat.
Oh, you're always.
I had to bring. I know, but even that, like, all right, I'll throw the shirt in there. I know I'll need it for something. It's Cowboys, and of course, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm not gonna have a jersey, but I was ready to roll. Either way, appreciate you all hanging here with us. I know it's just preseason game 3 cares, right? Oh, the true MCFers, true Cowboy fans out there in the house, we care, and. You guys caring out there, they're hanging here with us. Here, William Brady said, I got to admit, Milton has looked much better tonight than he did in the first 2 games. And I know he's playing against lesser competition, but again, that's what I'm saying. When you're seeing him be accurate, rolling out, I don't care if it's 8 stringers. It's the natural ability of him to be mobile. It's a natural ability of him to be strong-armed and make the accurate pass. If he's the last game, he had some guys wide open.
Yeah.
And they might have been better coverage, better defensive guys, but they weren't. Still wide open. He missed them completely. This game, he's hitting them. So to me, you've seen the improvement. Doesn't matter if it's lesser competition.
2 or 3 tight window passes too. That again,
doesn't matter.
They actually were playing good defense. Right. They were right on there.
Exactly.
Still made it. So credit to the receiver, but credit to Joe Milton for getting it right there.
Right. The last couple of games, he had a bigger window and still couldn't get the ball.
The first game, I'll never forget. It was literally him like this, like
threw it to the ground.
Receiver.
Yeah, over the head to the ground. It's like when Dak's worst game. You know what I'm saying? It was like his opening show.
The actual catch.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the good thing is Milton is improving. His confidence is getting better. So again, hopefully we won't need him this year. But the thing is that he has that potential. Is still, you can see some of it showing right now. That's all. We're not making it more than what it is, but it is a good sign to see him look better and play better. Not that
Absolutely.
he's throwing to guys that are wide open, or he's throwing to guys that huge windows. He's throwing to guys, and when he's getting pressured and they're in tight windows, that's showing me that that's an improvement.
Yeah.
If he's throwing to guys that are wide open left and right, that's bullshit. That's fake. That's fool's gold. But he's actually showing improvement by getting the ball there perfectly and not in exactly tight windows in every single time. A lot of times, not tight windows. So good job from him. Now, Falcons have the ball on their own 21st and 10. You can see the score, the time, and they're running the ball up the middle. We need to stop there. We do. Good job there by the Cowboys. 4 stringers against their 4 stringers. Mozzie Smith in the mix, but other guys came in for the linebacker spot.
Yeah.
They came in there and made the play there. Trayvon Diggs on the sideline. Again, he probably is getting closer and closer, getting ready to make his debut here. Again, the Eagles, in less than 2 weeks, we'll get the Eagles. It counts for real. I don't expect Trayvon Diggs to be there for that game, but they're saying sometime in mid-September. So a week or 2 he might miss, but he should be back sooner than later, so to speak, when it comes to Trayvon Diggs, number 7, starting cornerback. When he's there,
that means we're facing the former Super Bowl champs with our
that is true.
Number 1 corner.
When we get Trayvon Diggs and we have Khair Elam, we got Jerome Bland on the inside. Now you can see Troy Pride there, not in coverage there, 2nd and 8, first down for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but yeah, when we get Diggs back and we have Khair Elam right now starting, as long as he don't backtrack, if we got those guys starting on the outside, that means Deron Bland can start in the slot, and that alleviates a lot of the issues. If you can get that pass rush going, now you got coverage going. Safety is going to stay solid. We have starters and backups that are solid, so you got that good linebackers. We got good coverage guys. When Overshown comes back, that's later in the year, but we got a couple guys that can hold it down with Leo Fowl, Murray, Sanborn. There it is, out the backfield. Once we get, I'm saying, the pass rush with the coverage is what's important. So when you get the better cornerbacks,
it's a pretty hard tackle there.
You get the pass rush going. That's going to really help a lot. We'll see what happens. That's a couple weeks into the season, more than right at the start. Sorry about that, baby. I missed.
No,
What was
it's,
that?
no, it's just
Second and 3, by the way.
it was just a hard tackle by number 42. Ojemudia.
Oh, that's right. It was a Moody because he's the guy we just picked up.
Yeah, that's sorry. That's why I was like, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I was trying to look for. Cause I did forget that I did mention that he is on the roster. So I'm trying to make this team, and was picked up by the Cowboys earlier this week. Here we go. They're going in motion. Cowboys are moving, switching sides. There they are, running to the right. Cowboys are there. There's Tyree Sweet.
Stop them.
Tyree Sweet with a gain of stopping them for a gain of 1 there.
Okay, yeah, they are marking with just 1, so it is a third
and 2. Good job at Tyree Sweet. Again, a guy who I gotta say
he's been playing again pretty well.
He's been with us for what, 2 years?
Yeah,
this is his 3rd year, and every year he started the practice squad and found himself on the 53. He's a danger if we. Again, the problem is we have too many edge rushers, so he may be a practice squad guy if he gets through waivers.
Well, I'm guessing that's what Jerry was trying to say.
Yeah. We
have guys like Tyrus Sweet here that we'd love to keep, but we might lose.
You can't just keep him because you might lose him. Good job there by 38.
Wow.
Good job. Do not do anything stupid. Good job on a 3rd and 2 catching the ball 1 yard gain. But
Elijah Clark again.
Elijah Clark with a great job. Maybe get that 38 rolling. Hey, Elijah Clark Clark will probably make the practice squad if he keeps playing like that. That was a great instinctual play. The speed and the closing speed, the instinct to see the play happening. He was the awareness to see that happening, but the closing speed. Again, that's what I'm trying to say. Whether you're playing starters or backups, that's an instinctual play. You can say, okay, I don't care what string you're playing. Of course, you're going against Bijan Robinson, you're probably going to have an issue tackling him. But the point is that he was there. And that's a good sign. That nothing to do with who you're playing against. That's you playing.
Yeah.
And that's what I see some of these guys doing their thing. You have to put it in context and perspective. And I think that's the important thing to see. That's a good play there by Elijah Clark. He made a couple today. Here's Copper. He's trying to make this team. Oh, got popped hard there. It looks helmet to helmet, but they didn't call anything. 42 on their side.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was a hard helmet to helmet in my opinion. By the way, John Luna, who's really, he's not the only one, the skeptical fan, the lunatic, they've also got their names on the list if you hit the bullseye tonight.
7 out of
20. 7 out of 20. But John Luna is down to, even though he's first place up here, he's got he's gifting leader. He's the overall leader. He's got 93 points, so he's not 100%, not 100 out of 100. He's got 93 on that leaderboard, on the stream boss. Shout out to Mr. John Luna across the way. And shout out to our current sponsor of the quarter, the man from Hawaii, Marco Seppian.
Big mahalo to you.
Repping that star for everything over there out in Hawaii. So shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to Skeptical Fan, who's our gifting champion. Indian Boogie right now is in 2nd place with 1 gifted membership, but in 1st place, John Luna. He's got 5 on it on the gifting side. And like I said, Cat 52, shout outs to him, Cash App King, Motor City Maniac. Damn, fuck the Lions. Go Cowboys. But the man Motor City in the lead, I think by 9 over Skeptical Fan on the Cash App side. Currently on that board.
Now, Vanilla Dice baby said Clark is making play after play.
Well, again, not this Damone Clark. Oh, Elijah Clark. Elijah Clark. I agree. He's showing out. He's making a case. I don't think to start the 53, but I think to make the practice squad. Here's the thing. He might be good enough. Maybe another team says, you know what, Elijah Clark's better
than the bum we have right now.
Than the guy we have right now. But the guy we have right now, we worked him for 8 weeks. We don't know about Elijah Clark. Is he that much worse? Is he worth releasing?
Is he worth taking that risk over that small improvement? Like, better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
But way behind on the thing. Right. So that's going to be the thing. Is Elijah Clark 99 out of 100 times will not get picked up.
Yeah.
And James Houston, that's maybe 60 out of, maybe 40 out of 100 times he'll get picked up. So if you got to decide between one of those guys, you let Elijah Clark go and then you bring him back on the practice squad.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at that kind of thing. That's why this is partially almost a 53-man roster kind of discussion, because we know the guys I just read out, 99% of them are making the team. A couple of them are injured or banged up. And the guys that are left, there's like 5, 6, 7 guys left that are going to be, 5, 6, 7 guys left that are going to be left to be put onto the 53-man roster. So now it comes down to guys like James Houston, guys like Mozzie Smith, guys like Elijah Clark, which will, no matter how well he plays, he will not make the team because he will be able to make it through waivers and we could re-pick him up. Can we pick up Mozzie? Do you think someone's going to pick up Mozzie Smith and risk him? Yeah, I think they will. That's a first-round talent, and on their boards.
Yeah, they could just say, oh, the Cowboys fucked them up.
Right. So Mozzie and Justin James Houston, you can't just let them go. You have to think about those options as well. I know people hate to say that. That's the business of this thing. Right? I mean, it's the main
My
thing.
question is though, here's the thing: if
How
the
about Deuce
Cowboys
Vaughn?
try to actually quote unquote sell Mozzie, he's gonna sell for a penny. But
Right.
if they basically let him
Give him
go,
away.
he might be picked up for a nickel.
Correct.
So
They risked the
you know,
nickel.
I think I'd rather risk the nickel in that scenario just because
Deuce Vaughn
trying to
away,
get a penny,
2 yards.
he got like 3. Trying to get a penny doesn't seem worth it. I'd rather just like not even waste the effort and the energy, and that roster spot is more deserving for someone else. Not even from a like negotiating perspective, but there's still needs on this team and guys on here that could easily add depth. It would be dumb for us to take one of those roster spots, potentially lose another guy or stick some other dude on our practice squad just because we want to fuck around with Mozzie, give him one last chance to fuck us over.
You're right, but
Florida, by the way, right?
Jerry Jones and and the fact that that's first round pick, 2 reasons why he's going to stay. Now, Ryan Flournoy, he might be worthy keeping, but he might have to be released because someone like Bobby Smith.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying that's an example of a Flournoy there making the play. They're getting this distance again, separation. That's because he's playing against a fourth stringer.
Yeah,
but it's the passes there by Milton, so that's hit there through traffic there. Not a tight window. But still a good throw there. Accurate throw by Milton. Strong throw. Here's a run by Deuce Vaughn. We really can't do fuck shit against the run.
He's getting choked out.
Yeah, he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, not good for...
What's up, Fuego? Much love there.
Raul in the house. Vanilla Dice, William Burney. Thank you all. Skeptical Fan, AOD, Super Queen and King. Much love to, of course, Calvin Richard. Dropped a $2 holla. Thank you all. New. John Luna.
So,
skeptical fan, that lunatic, everyone.
Super random, but just, McCarthy had his clipboard.
McCarthy.
Right? Yeah, McCarthy had his clipboard, as in when McCarthy called plays.
Yes.
Schottenheimer has,
1 yard game from Deuce Vaughn.
Like a flip board? So, it looked like it was a big piece of cardboard. Looked like almost, or plastic. Had the Cowboy logo, of course, but it's got rings on top like a binder, and he was flipping his sheets like this, and he was holding. No. I think the other side is not whatever, and I don't know if he was flipping it on the other side. He was just flipping through them, but he held it up to his mouth, covering up his thing. But it was really big, and it caught my eye. I'm like, that's not a clipboard. You're hiding behind a whiteboard. But then it wasn't a whiteboard. It looked like a binder. That's what I.
And nice pickup there by Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, because it's got the rings on the top.
Throws it deep.
No way.
No, throws out of bounds there.
Not the greatest pass, but I like the effort.
Under pressure there by Milton, rolling out to the right against his, You know
what I love to see? I like seeing guys like CeeDee Lamb look irritated at the fact that they're not out there because
they're anxious to get out there.
He
good pickup by Deuce Vaughn, by the way. Got to give credit there, but no one's really open. Let's be honest.
He looked jealous. He genuinely looked jealous as he helped up. What's his face off the ground.
Punting here, 4th and 9. 2 minutes and 30 seconds till halftime. Shotgun in this.
Boom. See, special teams doesn't take days off. Just throwing that
it's out there. Up and away, and the ball bounces, flows forward, stays in bounds, going. Oh my God! You got to stop that sooner, Cowboys. Come on. Again, not
a lot of uncomfortable close calls on special teams today.
Not a great punt. Not a great punt there. They're talking about.
I don't think you put a lot of effort
into the playoff game. I remember that one.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's funny. That's one of the first memories I remember of the Cowboys. Down by 2.5 touchdowns, 17 points. Cowboys came back and won. It was crazy. And it was a divisional game at Atlanta, in a shitty field. Danny White, Drew Pearson, I think, with the win right there. Yeah, they showed.
Nice.
Yeah. And I remember that game, and the Cowboys it was 2.5 minutes left. We were down by 17. It was fucking crazy comeback for the Cowboys. Watch that game at the end again. Tell me that was the leftovers of the Roger Staubach 70s Cowboys that were left. We had Tony Rossett, we had Drew Pearson, Billy Joe Dupree, many others, Golden Richards, on and on and on. On defense, Harvey Martin, Randy White, but Ed Too Tall Jones, but at a certain,
By the way, it looks like another penalty on the Cowboys.
Conference championships, that was our limit. And everything after that was bad. If you watch the documentary, you'll understand. And then, And then we had, Jimmy Johnson save the day. Let's be honest. All right, penalties. Cowboys 4 for 40 yards. And Falcons 4 for 31. So
Yeah, not great. Yeah, not
as the game
great, but
continues. Four is not bad for either team, honestly. Here, almost at halftime, 2:20 to go. Motion for them they're on our 38. They're running the ball to the left, open hole, wide open there, getting 8 yards, easy there. 8 yards. So now it's 2nd and 2 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Man,
I guess
crazy.
what would be I don't want to say ideal number of penalties, because obviously it'd be nice to have always penalty-free games, but if you had to get a number of penalties on a consistent basis,
6, 7 a game, no more. I don't think you can say any more than that.
3 or less.
3?
Excuse me.
3.
3 or less.
Oh, per half, you said?
No, per game.
Yeah, I think.
Not for a preseason. I mean, like a regular game.
I know. I'm saying 3 or 4 a game, 3 or 4 a half. So maybe 7, 8 a game at most. 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
3 or less.
Well, I'd say a game.
Damn, I thought we wanted good football. But okay.
I'm trying to take any football here, honestly.
I'm sorry, but yeah, no, I would say 3 or less penalties a game is what I would consider disciplined.
Well,
I don't know what the numbers or the averages are, so like I'm not.
Game, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't happening. I don't think even the best teams have that. But 6 a game, possible.
Let me find out.
That's interesting. All right, so it's
just a general sense. Like
I want to say one other thing here. So we just saw our defense out there, our pass rush, passing defense, meaning defensive line and coverage defense. Defensive backs last game and this game playing way soft in coverage. That's Everfluss. That's not the player. That's more of the coaching scheme there. Life is too easy for the quarterbacks trying to get the intermediate and quick passes. So that's kind of just, I want to see more pressure on that in the regular season. But right now, we're not showing that from Everfluss. Spacing between linebackers. You can watch this game here. A little bit off in coverage. Sandberg looked good last week, but this week I'm not really seeing. I see a lot of guys getting outflanked by the spacing of the offensive receivers and tight ends. Calvin Richard in the house, dropping that $2 holler.
Averaging 13.
He said Mozzie Smith is in trouble. Because he's in trouble, he's still in the game. He had a couple of good plays, Calvin Richard.
But it's more the fact that
he's playing against
his position is in danger
players.
because he's still in there.
Exactly. I 100% agree with Calvin Richard. And I'm also saying that even though he's looking good, he's still in there, looking good, still means he doesn't mean he makes the team. Now, I'm telling you this, though, Calvin Richard, because he's looking good against 4 stringers is enough for one person only to say he's staying on his team. And that one person, because he's the one that drafted him, because it's him, and he's the owner, GM, and everything else in between.
Everything he says goes.
He drafted Mozzie. It's on his name. It's in his watch. He's going to say Mozzie got to stay no matter what. That's the thing. So Mozzie's in the game. He's looking good against 4 stringers. Whoop-de-doo. Let's see. Against starters, he's still slow off the ball.
Exactly.
He still gets pushed down 15 yards on the field. Against starters. Against 4 stringers, he made a couple good plays.
Yeah, and I guess I have to take my statement way the fuck back, because the average number of penalties in an NFL game during the 2024 season was 13.
Oh, man. So 6 a game would be incredible. That's why I said 8 is more realistic. And that's for the best teams.
I'm going to assume that the shitty teams are just bringing that average way, way, way down. Because I don't know. That sounds not great.
Yeah, I mean,
at most I would say maybe.
There's Mozzie. We're talking about Mozzie. He's in the game right now.
The thing is, 13 penalties a game comes out to about 5 or 6 for each team if you want to kind of split it down the middle.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So that to me doesn't sound unreasonable.
First down, that's a hold though for the Falcons. There's a penalty. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that to me doesn't sound so crazy when you break it out like that. Each team gets 5 penalties, basically 10 right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Huh. So again, holding on the Falcons, which helps the Cowboys. By the way, John Luna, 91 points after that $2 holler by Calvin Richard. Got you down there. He didn't hit the bullseye. It's got to be 5 or over. But thank you there, Calvin Richard. I got you on the board. John Luna, 91 points. We're at what, 7? Are we still at 7? I can't see it on my side.
Yeah.
7 out of 20. So we're almost halftime. So we're a little behind, but we're still rolling. And I don't even know what the time is on that. Honestly, that should probably end before this game ends. I think the goal ends before the game ends. Goal ends in less than an hour.
Again, as long as Little J doesn't call, before the game ends.
Right. So that's the thing, guys. Little J calls, we got to end this earlier. That's why we have the thing set up for the third quarter. The Cowboy coming up there. Good job there, but bad. That's Childress. Missed the tackle, but came back and made the play there. But he still gained 4 yards. 2nd and 12 means 3rd and 8. But Childress, number 48, I wanted to keep an eye on him. You see that instinctiveness coming up on that play. Watch 48. If they show the replay, you'll see him come up and make a great. And Cowboys call timeout to save time to get the ball back here. But again, Mozzie Smith coming out the game. But watch, that's 58. Watch 48.
Yeah.
Playing quote unquote safety. He's also listed as a possible nickel cornerback. So number 48, a guy to kind of watch going into this. And especially now that you'll see, you're seeing him needed to come up and kind of quarterback spy. You see him do a great job at that. I have some offensive thoughts here.
Okay.
Offensive thoughts when we get the ball in offense, because I think that's kind of more important there. We're on defense here. Although, listen, you know what? 3rd and 8. I'm gonna bank that our offense gets one more shot here before the end of the half.
I like the enthusiasm.
Nate Thomas, you talked about him. He doesn't have a uniform on. You know why? Because they expect him to make the team. Although I'll say this, with his, he does maximize his length. He's shown that with his hands. He gets his weight over his toes, though, sometimes, though. And sometimes he gets too. I will say this: when he punches, he gets on his toes and it screws things up. There, hey, I think Cowboys got the stop. Oh, it's a 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Nate Thomas, even though he's not playing tonight, could that be more? Cowboys have seen enough from him. I don't know. Awesome Richards again had a great first week. Not that good last week, but not playing this week. 2 guys interesting to watch. See them not on the for some reason not playing. I'm sorry, Awesome Richard is playing this game, and he's playing to try to get a roster spot here. Brock Hoffman is playing this game, number 67. There's a sack missed by the Cowboys. I don't know who missed it, but damn, they had him there. Another missed sack there. Cowboys missed 2 sacks. Can't have that happen. I don't know who the first one was. It was not James Houston, but the first one was ugly. Hakeem Adeniji, he was sloppy in pass protection, but again, not playing this game. Important there. Tyrus Wheat almost got the sack, missed him. And almost with a help sack there, number 30, on the line of scrimmage, basically missed him as well. Can't have that happen. Cooper Beebe, again, solid performance in the limited snaps last week that he showed on that field. So, again, that's our definite starter. So you're seeing some of these names, and you're wondering, okay, are they going to be playing on the 53-man roster? Most of those names that are not starting tonight are not in uniform even tonight, not starting, but not in uniform tonight. They're on this team. They're making this team some shape, form, or fashion. You see some of the names on here where they're fighting for the 2nd string, 3rd string spots, or you're seeing some of these names fighting for practice squad spots. Some of them fighting for their lives, like Mozzie Smith. Here we go. This play here has number 99, Winford. What's his name? Winfrey. Going for the end zone here. Good coverage by number 30. Incomplete. So now it's 3rd and 8 with 55 seconds left. Let me see his name. Perrion Winfrey. I'm sorry. There he is. Number 99. Playing very solid in this game. I mean, I expect someone like him. Again, think of it like this. If you cut him, will someone pick him up and put him at 53? Probably not. But do you want to risk him? Because if you don't, you got to go with Mozzie Smith. And so that's going to be the catch there. That's going to be the key there for the Cowboys when it comes to cutdown day here in a couple of days. I think Tuesday. So 3rd down conversions. The Falcons 3 out of 7. They're up now 3rd and 8. We're 3 out of 5. Pretty good. We're up 14-3, which shows the conversion. There's 48. Childress with the pressure. They get it out. He gets it out of the 10-5 and jumps in, touchdown. Wow. Cowboys blew that one. Good pressure, but no coverage on their tight end receiver, number 84 for the Falcons. Touchdown. That fucking sucks. So let me fix that here. Give me one moment. Fix this dumb score. Give them 9 points. And soon to be 10. And I don't even know who's supposed to be covering him that play, but boy, that was bad. Childress on the opposite side, getting to the pressure on the quarterback, number 48. But I see 2 guys here, number 30, and of course Mukwamu, number 24. Was he supposed to be in the slot there covering Mukwamu? I don't know. That's an important spot. That's an important miss there. If you look at I'm sure there we go. They got that extra point. When the coaches are looking at the game footage on the game film, that's going to tell you whose fault is what there, and who's out of position, out of coverage. I'm saying it should have been in position there and covering the right guy. That right there, unfortunately, sucks for the Cowboys as far as a few guys trying to make this team right now and show either two things: showing up to make the practice squad of the Cowboys, or showing up to get onto another team's number one 53-man roster. That's gonna be tougher. Or number two, if nobody picks him up after the Cowboys, get on somebody else's practice squad. So there's a lot of reasons for these young guys that are playing right now. 48 seconds, Cowboys offense, one more opportunity. Hopefully going to be showing up here for the Cowboys after. I mean, again, they got the touchdown here on a 3rd down and 8. So that's unfortunate. But Cowboys, again, we're not looking at the winning and losing. In my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. It's more about performance and how these guys individually play. You can look at them as a team, but they're not really. These guys are the worst of the worst on our team. So if they're playing together, it's not as going to be as impressive. It's more about individual play, instinctual play. So that's what I'm watching here. Kickoff is underway. It lands on the 20. They better call us. Okay, they're calling it. They're saying almost like he was safety here. I'm watching the ref because they're talking. They're talking about it here. If they call us a safety, we have two plays already, right? We have Pride with the interception, although that did not, you know, count because we had too many men in the field. And then that right there, the way Jaden Blue caught the ball and kind of walked into the end zone and took a knee. Don't be surprised if that cost us in the regular season. Remember what I said: 2 points, 2 points, and then they get the ball back. So that was again, they didn't do it this time. It looks like Dak's talking to him on the sideline, and so is the special teams coach. You gotta get on him. You gotta be careful about that shit. That's the little things. The little things. I'm telling you, everything is important here. Milton sending Trayshawn Holden in motion, gets out of pressure. Nice job avoiding the sack and throwing the ball out of bounds instead of 2nd and 20. But the sack, it's 2nd and 10. Keep hope alive. And that's 42 seconds, which means it doesn't matter because you know why? And there's that big board the wife was talking about. It doesn't matter about the seconds here because right now we're in 2-minute offense. So it's okay if they know we're throwing on 2nd and 10. All right, big deal. You don't run on this play. You throw on this play. And you make it a throw that should be caught. Something sure and secure if you can, instead of a deep pass and stopping the clock. That's called strategy. Keep it to a secured catch. Boom. Hard throw, and it's incomplete. Threw it to triple coverage. Could have threw it to 45. Could have had the easy catch and a 7-yard gain. It's a flag, which we'll see what the flag is here. But the point here is you want to keep the drive moving and sped up. And I think Milton got a little too greedy there and went to triple coverage. Now we do have a penalty on the Falcons. It looks like it's roughing the passer. It is that number 90, number 48, Trice. So Milton, again, we're lucking out here. That's 2 penalties. Hit late, though. That's completely on them. Hit them late. Not again with the shoulder, pummeling them to the ground. Can't do that. So hitting them late, you can't. That's. Oh, wait, let me fix that. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just checking, making sure that we're good to go. 1st and 10. Again, first down there on 1st down, getting the ball to Jalen Brooks, who I like a lot, but again, I'm going to be honest here. It is an uphill battle right now. It feels like an uphill battle for him. So we're going to see what happens. Again, it's more about special teams, like the wife said earlier. Milton looking down the field, 2-minute drill, gets the ball. This is caught by number 19, Flournoy. He's having a fantastic game. I got to give him credit there. And I'm going to be honest, 23 seconds, Cowboys have to call timeout just to give us a chance. I'm going to be honest. This could be one of those field goal moments. I'm going to call the wife down here if she can hear me. I'll get her soon. But we might have a field goal situation here where it involves a record. Again, remember, guys, I want everybody to know at the 50-yard line, we still have 24 seconds, but at the 50-yard line, that's the record.
Would a preseason game?
No, it wouldn't count. But it would just. I just want to make it known that it would be a good practice for the record. It's just interesting to see him make it. I will say this: if it's 71 yards, that would be the record, in football. But it wouldn't be the official record. It would go in the Hall of Fame. Right now, the Cowboys, I think, are at midfield or 1 yard behind midfield. Oh, well, we're a little over midfield. So it would be like a 65-yard field goal right now, 64-yard field goal. Shotgun, 24 seconds. Slant drop by Trayshawn Holden. Great pass by Milton. But Holden cannot hold him. Trayvon Holden cannot hold him. He's holding his left shoulder. But I don't know. I think it was just the ball hit him so hard it hurt his shoulder. I don't know. 19 seconds here. 19 seconds. Cowboys are out of timeout, so keep this in mind. If the ball is called inbounds, they got to spike it immediately. That's an important factor here. Let's see. It's a run to Deuce Vaughn for literally a yard. You got to spike the ball here. There's no question about this. I don't know what the Cowboys are doing. Spike the ball. We'll go in 10 seconds here. Line it up. Make sure everyone's lined up. There's a penalty. That means the half is over. 4, 3, 2, no flags that I see. If anything, it should have been the Falcons. And then right there, Cowboy got, I think Hoffman got hit in the face. This is the kind of shit that's stupid. Now, Aubrey's coming out for the field goal with 2 seconds left. Here it comes. Why not practice a 60-yarder? Fuck it. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's try to make this up. I mean, it's not about the score to me. Second player in history, guys. Again, to hit, I think it'd be perfect for 60 yards. Let's go. This is a nice long field. It's good practice for the eventual record. The 64-yard field goal attempt. Holy fuck. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Brandon Aubrey. Just focus. It's preseason. No pressure. Let's go. It's just a regular game. Let's go. Let's go. He kicks it. It's up. It's down the middle. If it's got the distance, it's good. It's good by yardages. By 5 yards, he made that. Easy money, honey. Has Butter Aubrey in the house as we hit halftime. Hell to yeah. Sorry?
Terrifyingly.
Incredibly. Listen, hey, I want to say this. If that was on the star, that goes through it didn't even look like he gave that effort. He gave minimal effort. They were high fiving before that ball went through. They knew it was going through. It was literally down the middle. So fantastic there. It's halftime here. And shit, I mean, ask away. Hey, Citizen Z in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Citizen Z, yes. This is one of the only few times you'll see me live. The wife is taking a break here at halftime, but she should be back by halftime or third quarter, so I can get a mini break. But Citizen Z, yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. And much love to you. You're representing on this board, and you're representing on that board on After Dark for the month of August. So appreciate you. Thank you. So we got Cat 52 said 17 to go. Yes. Brandon Aubrey. I know my pictures here. I know Aubrey is wearing number 17. I mean, he's wearing 17 now, but my picture is wearing number 1. That was 2 years ago from the UFL coming to us. The only, the last ditch effort guy, and he ended up being one of the best kickers in the NFL. Let's go, Aubrey. Hey, Citizen Z, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. The MCF After Dark thing, we'll be back at it right now in the midst of a little girl going to college, and we moved her in yesterday. So I'll go through, I guess, more on After Dark. We moved her in on Thursday, and she took right to it. Great roommate. It's so proud of her. So, and again, like I've said multiple times, the best word to describe it is bittersweet because it's your little girl leaving, but at the same time, I'm so proud of what she's accomplished and what she's planning on accomplishing. So, just very confident in her, I know that it's a big change. That's why MCW and I stayed out by her, literally 5 minutes from her college, in case she needs us, and we'll be here till school starts. So. Which is Monday. Now, as far as us is concerned, here we will be back and forth to home, just based on family, other family situations, other family needs. But the good thing is that we will be, this will be our home base here once in a while, from here on out. Let me put it that way. So, good news is my daughter is loving it. She's loving the college life, the dorm life, great roommate, great floor mates. Everyone's really nice, and everyone's there to meet people and hang out, but anxious for school to start and to learn. So my daughter really is loving the. She can't stop talking about her classes, which is I love. I personally am head over heels that part as well. So thanks, Susan Z. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, I hear you, man. I was crying. I was the night before I was crying. That night I was crying. Last night, so tonight it was more about finishing up, fixing the dorm, and getting kind of figure it out. and helping her out with the last few things that she needed. And now it's gonna be a little beach time for the wife and I, and if my daughter and her roommate want to come along, that they're welcome too. But it'll be a little beach time, a little hangout time, a little gambling time. Real poker, not the Mosh IRL poker, but it'll be real poker, and it'll be a little gambling, a little beach, and then of course a lot of time with my daughter this weekend. And after that, it's back to the grind, the usual deal here. And soon after it'll be the MCF After Dark crew back at things. Sunday night, Tuesday night, we'll see what happens. We'll see if I feel up to it. You know what I mean? We'll see. Yeah, I feel you, citizens. You trust me. I've been there. I've been there. Let's just hope that keep it together here when we get back to the normal streams. Uh, and I'll say normal streams on here because we've definitely been like a weekly thing, and on After Dark, which is going to be off the entire week. So sorry for being out of commission for a couple weeks, guys. But that's life, right? That's life. Appreciate you all, guys. Everybody representing that board right above my head. Everybody on there, whether they're given through After Dark style, right? Whether it's PayPal or Cash App or uh, Zelle. I don't even know the other names we have there. The Venmo, all that stuff. Streamlabs. Thank you all from that side. Thank you all on this side right here. Calvin Richard, John Luna, Skeptical Fan, the Lunatic, hitting that bullseye. 7 out of 20 right now. Appreciate you guys on that side of things. John Luna, 91 points. He's leading up here as well. He's also gifted the most memberships at 5. So big shout outs to him. And the current masters and champions here, like John Luna over here, and like Skeptical Fan on the gifting membership board, sponsor of the quarter. Shout outs to Mark Hovsepian. And of course, Cap 52. He's the Cash App King. That's the Cash App means, the After Dark version. For those that are watching that are After Dark version, they know I'm talking about the king of the Cash App. That was last quarter's winner. This quarter, Motor City running things here. I will say, Motor City, I think the total is 20 for him. The guy in second place has 12, and that's Skeptical Fan. So 9 from Skeptical would put him in first. But right now, the leader is the man from Detroit, Motor City Maniac. Much love to him. And that's only the Cash App / PayPal side of things. Anyways, there you go. Appreciate you all. Hey, listen, we've had from 5 people to 25 people in here, so appreciate you all. Listen, I don't expect many watching this preseason game. And trust me, right now, the wife and I are exhausted from this. But you know what? No matter what, when it comes to the games, unless we are literally cannot connect, it's internet issues, electronic issues, whether it is, a family event we cannot get away from, whether it is whatever, very few things. I think the few games we missed, we were at the actual game. So outside of those issues, we will do these live streams, rain, sleet, snow, hail, don't matter. We're going to do our best. We did our first live stream like this 9 years ago for the first regular season game. So basically in 2 weeks, we did our first one ever. Do you know what was going on that night? For our Cowboys' first regular season game we did here on reactions on our MCF, My Cowboys Family channel. It was a hurricane hitting. And literally after the game ended, it was Cowboys and Giants. We beat the Giants. About 20 minutes after the game ended, and we got off stream here. About 20 minutes after that, we lost power and electricity. Insane. So, but insane, but awesome. And, some unforgettable times here on My Cowboys Family. 9 years, baby. Actually, 9 seasons. It's 8 years, but 9 seasons. Let me be specific. 9 seasons. Um, Susan, you said, now I live 150 feet away from her full circle. That's awesome. That is full circle, man. You bring them into this world. You teach them to love. To basically the person you can't live without, right? You teach them to basically live without you. And that's just the way it goes, right? But then eventually, sometimes they back in the mix, somehow. You're right there for them. They're there for you, and it's a cycle of life there, right? Full circle. Susan Z said, I just wanted to say hi for whatever, get some cheesecake. Awesome, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. And I'm hanging in there. I'm not really great because of the fact that I'm feeling sad. My daughter is off to college here, but I'm also proud and happy I get the ability to jump in here and kind of give my 2 cents uh, on things, and also be able to be part of her time here at college. Cat 52 said 53 Houston looking good in his reads. Hell yeah. Thank you, Cat 52. Let me mark you down here since it is through there to the Streamlabs side. Much love to him, and that puts him on the board. I think Yuri got 5 on it. I think Skepta got 12 on it. And I think Mr. Motor got 20 on it. So that's what we got. And this might be the last. I got to remember that. Yeah, the 22nd, possibly the last stream of the quarter. There might be one more for the cut down day, but that's if we have the ability to do that. And again, I might do some of these on my own. So keep that in mind as well. But big shout outs to Cat 52. Let me see. Oh man, does not fucking hit the goddamn goal. Well, if you're up by one, we'll be good. But either way, thank you, Cat 52. Appreciate you. And I do agree with you. Number 53, James Houston, off the Detroit Lions originally. He's a guy, I'm going to say it again, he's a guy to watch to make this team one of those 53 guys, right? The 53rd or 52nd guy. That might be him. My key is, and this is what the wife said earlier, MCW said, watch them for special teams. Watch the special team side of things and see if they can, you know, if they get enough snaps on that side of things. I haven't seen Houston on special teams as often. Maybe I just missed them. We'll have to wait and see. We're getting ready to kick off here and receive the ball in the third quarter here. Um, let me see. I'm going to switch this over here in a moment, make it third quarter. Um, Shout outs to everybody in the house. Appreciate you all. I'm actually going to take a quick little break here before we get to the third quarter. So let me do this here. Let me do this. I'll keep it halftime there. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to take the camera off for a moment, guys. I just need to take a quick breather and hit the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be right back here with you. Just hang in there. I'll be right back. All right? Hey, and don't forget, go Cowboys. Always go Cowboys. All right, let me get the camera off. Stop fucking around. Oh, shit. Here it is. All right. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back out of here. Let's go. Third quarter. Let me see. All right, guys, we're back out of here. Let's go. Third quarter. I knew we'd hear that twice. Just want everybody to hear that twice. Now, hey, this is going to be relaxation time here. All right. We got a little blanket on the couch. We got it's a chill game here. Halftime now turning into the third quarter. So I'll. Oh, it says it's disconnected. What happened? Are we good? We're good. Okay, it said disconnected. That's weird. Chat disconnected. Now we're reconnected. Let me just make sure. There we go. Let me see if that goes to there. We go. All right, we're good. Chat's good. Kickoff underway. And it is the third quarter officially. We just took a knee there, get the ball. Milton does come out, not Will Greer. Milton does come out. And let me do this. Let me do that. Can you hear me? Test, test. Okay, we good. Third quarter, and we are rolling. Uh, Guys, we had we had 2 early days and really 3 early days in a row. Wednesday, Thursday, now Friday, and moving my little girl into college dorm and getting everything kind of figured out and fixed. It's been draining. So this is like we weren't even going to do this. So you know, wife lasted about a quarter and a half. She's got to take a nap. She's not feeling too well. I should really be eating right now, but it's okay. I won't be doing anything but watching this anyway. So we're all chilling together here on this one. Cowboys right now, 13 first downs. The Falcons, 9. Cowboys, 3 out of 6 on third. They're 4 of 8. So basically about 50%. 158 yards for us, 154 for them total yards. We have 64 rushing, 94 passing. They have 138 passing, only 16 rushing. Penalties, we have a couple less than they do. Time of possession, about the same. We got Jaden Blue moving as a shotgun. Now he's got the ball here with some room, a little Deuce Vaughnish room. Only gets about 4 yards. So, that's not the greatest there. I'd like to see him break one of those. And I want to see him in open field when he breaks it a little bit. Deuce Vaughn, he goes down the field. He's doing great. I want to see Jaden Blue break it. And then I saw him break a little bit, 9 yarder at the goal, about the 20-yard line, break one for about 9 yards, the big first down. But I want to see him break it out like, 10, 12 yards and then see what he's got. The explosion afterwards. Now, here we go. 3rd and 6 with 14:20 and ticking. Shotgun from Milton pointing right. We got trips right here. They almost went false started. Um, 4-man rush. Milton gets out of the pocket, shows he's going to go deep. He's going to run it. Run it. And see, the one thing, that's the issue. 1 yard short. Again, Milton easily got to put that ball over the line 3 times this preseason. I know his mom is on here watching sometimes. I know Milton's mom is on here making comment, with the comment section. And we love you. Thank you. But please tell your son, please tell him to put the ball over the line. Just to stretch his arm over the line before he steps out of bounds. If he does that, that would have been a first down right there for the Cowboys. If Milton would have just now it's 4th and 1, almost midfield, and we're going for it. Shotgun, by the way, not the best. It's a run here to Milton. Good job, though. Good play. And that's what you want. Milton's got 25-yard run. Could have had more if he didn't fall, basically walk out of bounds. But that's what the way you use Joe Milton. You want to really get out there. If you ever have to throw him into a game for whatever the reason, whether you want to establish a little difference in the backfield, you want to have a little run game there. You make quick plays right up front, quick plays for Milton to run, and the speed of Milton will catch some players off guard. Now again, these are 3rd and 4th stringers, so keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. All right, we got Milton throwing the ball. Hey, first down, Cowboys. Trayshawn Holden. First down. Good job by him. And better job by Milton finding him with the pass there, squeezing that ball in there. Good job. Uh, 12 minutes, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Great play action there. Great movement by Milton. A little holding there by 68, but a great pass by Milton. I thought it was a great pass. The arm to get the ball there. Great job by Milton. I mean, can't say anything about that other than fantastic. Another play action, going for the end zone, going deep. Jalen Brooks touchdown! What a play! What a catch Jalen Brooks did! I literally posted a video of that at their practice on Thursday. Same fucking play right there. Milton to Brooks, same exact play. On the pattern, you'll see. Watch. I don't even. Brooks pushes inside a little bit on purpose. The ball is thrown to the outside on purpose to get away from the sideline. The route is deep, but to the numbers. Instead of just staying on the outside, you push him in, and then you go back to the outside. In between the numbers, he starts to push in and then breaks it to the outside on the goal line where the ball ends up being perfect pass by Milton, perfect play there, and great catch by Jalen Brooks. That's why I think Brooks makes this as our sixth receiver. We'll see what happens, but he's a great blocker, Brooks, and a great receiver when needed as a fifth or sixth guy. So you just saw an example right there. The score is 24-10. Dallas Cowboys with the lead. Hell yeah. You know what that deserves? You know what that deserves? I'll show you in a minute. Show you in a minute. The few people that are in here watching right now. I'll show you in a minute. Give me a moment. Um, Let me do this here. Scoreboard must change. It's 24 officially. 24-10 Cowboys. Let's go. Look at that right there. Good to go. And then little damage. Let's do it. If you guys know, you know. If you don't know, then well, let's leave it that way. So, hey guys, again, man, much. I see you guys here rolling the names above my head here. I mean, whether it's on the After Dark side, and I know some of you guys from the After Dark, whether it's a membership side, I mean, you guys are awesome. Thank you for your love and support here at MCF, or I say My Cowboys Family. I got to be careful now because now it's MCF After Dark. If you guys, you know, been here for these years, and I know our streams have become a little bit more. Time change issues here when it comes to work schedules and time frames and that kind of stuff. So you might see me on the after dark levels a little bit more of a party mode. After dark, very late at night, early morning sometimes, um, and having some fun there with a lot of interesting people. Let me put it that way. Now we have a lot of different opinions and thoughts on politics, on uh, you know life. You can say a lot of things discussed there that we don't. We really don't talk sports there too often. So if you don't like that, then you probably won't want to. You probably don't want to check out that channel. But the MCF After Dark, After Dark Two, and MCF After Dark Two, and MCF After Dark Three. Those are the three channels that you guys can check me out more often. Although I will say this, I said this to my After Dark family, so to speak, over there. There'll be probably less After Dark activity for two reasons. Oh, let me get this right. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be less After Dark ability because I will be busier uh, with the, let's say, the MCF stuff. Put it simple this way on this channel when it comes to the Cowboys in the regular season. So that's always been the case. It happened last year as well. So I just want to remind people about that situation happening, but I also want to remind people that still be live like 4 times a week over there. Not the 6 times I usually am most of the time when you guys see me. So on the After Dark channels, uh, we definitely have some fun there. So join us there if you want to do something other than the cowboy football thing. Um, the wife jumps on there sometimes. Some of the people in here jumping on there a lot of times. Thank you all for that fun part of things. Now, if you guys heard it, then you heard it. You know. Let me do this. Let's see here. There you go. Okay. Now, the next thing here is the kickoff, and there's a flag. Unfortunately for the Cowboys, I think it's on them. Let's see here. Neville, tight end here, who's fighting for a practice squad spot, ends up making the tackle, I think. What's up, True Cowboy in the house? What's up, brother? Go Cowboys always. You know it is Dallas Cowboys for life. Let's go. Um, Referee's talking it over right now. Let me mute this just a moment. Penalties on the Cowboys, unfortunately. So, yeah, still going to be Falcons ball, but I don't think they're going to re-kick it. I think they are. Um, Just gonna take the penalty from that spot, basically. So fucking sucks. But we not a surprise. Let's be real. Let me do this real quick, guys, and let me do this here. I remind you that this is a penalty again for the Cowboys. offsides Cowboys and Tyrus Wheat just like got caught in the fucking middle of it. Just not good. Not good at all. Give me a quick second. Oh shit! Good job at the Cowboy run defense on a 1st and 5 and no gain. Go Cowboys! All right, we're back at it here, baby. Let's go. Hey, we are. I'm watching right now. Cavante Turpin getting interviewed. I see the man Cavity 2. Thank you, by the way, for the 5 on it, which takes John Lou down to 86 points. I mean, losing some. He's losing some yardage over there. Cavity 2 said we were doing really well with the penalties. Yeah, and then even our backups, right? Even those second and third stringers that kind of making the team, they're out now. Most of them are out now. So when you look at other than the Joe Miltons and uh, one or two other players, there's no one there. Now here we go. There's a little run stop there. Tyrus Weed doing a great job in there. I think Mozzie Smith was in the mix as well. That's good. That's obviously good to see Mozzie providing a little bit of something which he's done this game. This game, Ozzy has looked good. We can say he looked good, but I think that's less Mozzie being good, and that's more Mozzie playing against bad opposition. That's my thought is on Mozzie on that. Move that there. There we go. So again, Mozzie, great game, number 58, but he's playing against third and fourth stringers. Nonetheless, here we go. Now we got Winfrey in there. Carry on Winfrey, number 99, who I think is even maybe a better player, switching off. Gets the sack, literally just as I say his name. Number 99 gets the sack. So again, I literally just said he's probably the better guy. I think he's the better overall guy as run stopper and pass rusher. Overall guy who's better, not number 58, number 99. Carry on Winfrey. I got to get his name right because that guy, he did the stunt properly, went to the outside, and still got to the quarterback. That's just natural ability. And yes, he's playing against lesser competition. But to me, that right there, and he was being held, just shows you the drive he has, and not just one play. Guys, I see this with game 1, game 2, game 3. Perrion Winfrey, dangerous guy to cut. James Houston, dangerous guy to cut. These two dangerous guys to cut. Actually, Winfrey, you need that nose tackle. Linebacker, you need that linebacker depth. I'm sorry, not linebacker. Houston, you need that fucking pass rush depth. That, that pump, by the way, goes into the end zone. Cowboys get the ball there at the 25-yard line. 4th and 14 for them. It's our ball with 9:23 to go, baby. And guess who's coming in? No more Joe Milton. Joe Milton his squad put 24 points on that board. So big shout outs there to Joe Milton and what he had there to do there. But now the keys are now given to Will Greer for the entire second half, or I guess the rest of the second half, third quarter and fourth quarter. So with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, we got no more Joe Milton. We got our last quarterback on our list, and that's Will Greer, number 15. We're going to see him out there. I think he's going to do well. He's a good quarterback. He's mobile, and he fits kind of like the Dak slash Joe Milton slash now Will Greer kind of style that fits. I think the same kind of not do Cooper Rush. We have to kind of revamp the entire offense because you got a non-mobile, slow-moving quarterback like Cooper Rush. You got Dak, who's the starter. You got Milton, who's mobile, gets that role well, and Will Greer is very similar in that same vein. So whether you guys like Will Greer or Joe Milton, I think we all can agree now. Joe Milton had a fantastic game compared to his last two starts. You see the steady improvement. Let's see if Will Greer can do the same thing. Because again, I say the first game he did pretty good. Second game, not as good. Although he had one touchdown drive, but his throws were picks and not good. And then we'll see what happens this game. So kind of a little more rocky for Will Greer rather than the upward progression I think I see with Milton. Are any of them even close to Dak? Hell no. Now, who has the strongest arm? Yeah, Milton. Who's the I don't know the best rah rah guy? Maybe it's Will Greer. I'm just saying. I don't think it is. I think it's Dak Prescott. My point is that they could all be better in some things, but who's our number one quarterback by far, the best quarterback on our team, and whether you like it or not, the highest paid guy in the NFL, highest paid quarterback no matter what. When you have that, that means Dak Prescott, no matter what's going to happen, guys, remember, he is your QB. And that's the way it's going to be. So whether you love him or hate him, and we are fans of Dak, but we know Dak's limitations. He's not the guy. He probably shouldn't get 60 million, but he definitely by the market sees no reason why he shouldn't get 60 million based off the market. So yeah, Dak Prescott, we got him. We got to work with him, and we got some things we got to give him to be successful. And that's the way it's going to have to be. It's not going to be Dak Prescott winning every game on his own like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Mahomes. He's not them. And I never said he was, but I've been always saying he needs as many people as possible to be a productive quarterback, not just in a regular season, which he's been, but also playoffs. Excuse me. Jaden Blue running the ball, almost breaking a tackle here, and got about 4 or 5 yards. A good job from Blue here on this running play here. Week 1 against the Rams, Will Greer, 2 of 3, 14 yards. He just looked more composed. He did have 2 carries, 12 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Last week, a lot worse. Milton tonight, though, 10 of 18, 132 yards and a touchdown. Much better looking there on that side. He had 4 carries for 33 yards, caused, I think, two first downs with those runs, and also a rushing touchdown. So, Joe Milton, great job for, again, against the competition you're against, and that's fine. Great job for him. Let's see what Will Greer does here. Jaden Blue gets the ball here and gets about 2 yards, runs into two defenders. Can't do much there. What can you do? 1 second, guys. Got someone out the All right. All good. I was just checking the door and also on my wife, making sure she was okay, but she's not feeling too well. So I'm gonna let her just take her a nap here. And hopefully she feels all right. But if I have to end the stream, I gotta end the stream. You know how the deal goes here, guys. If the wife is in dire need, we'll see. But she's right now feeling all right enough to like chill and rest and take a little nap. So we want to make sure that was okay too. Cat 52 said 99. All right. Oh, there we go. My voice is there. Got my audio. Yeah, Winfrey. Arion Winfrey, to me, he's on that cusp of making the team, which is for him a good thing because he was looked upon not even making the team, maybe not even making the 53. So I'm sorry, not even making the practice squad. Now he might make the 53. So watch Winfrey, watch number 91, True Cowboys said Tyrus Wheat right there. He's been on. I mean, he'll be probably a practice squad guy, but he'll be called upon to play in 53 man in the expanded roster on game day rosters. You'll see a lot of him, Tyrus Sweet, number 91. And if there's any injuries on our offense, on our defensive line, edge guys, the first guy they're going to call in to be a full time player is Tyrus Sweet. So keep an eye on him there. And of course, thank you, Super Queen and King. Thank you for your thoughts there. She will, I'm sure, feel better soon after this stream, and she takes a nap. Probably by the time this stream ends, she'll be probably ready to get up. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Other than maybe she'll feel a little better after a little nap. And if not, then we'll I'll make sure to get us some food or whatever it takes to make her feel better, some soup or something. But she actually had soup earlier before the stream, and she just wasn't feeling great. So she just, I'm glad she got to sit in and got a little bit of the initial thoughts here of things and talk about it with you guys. She had all the Micah Parsons information as well. So shout out to MCW for everything she does for the channel, as always. Again, that's why, guys, it's tough to get the timing on everything uh, for the streams here like it used to be because schedules changed and again, this situation right now, we're moving to my daughter. I'm trying my best to stay awake with this game as well. But if I'm gonna sit here and fall asleep watching the game, I'm gonna sit here and fall asleep watching the game with you guys. Now we're looking at our defensive tackles, just the interior guys. Mozzie Smith as nose tackle. You got Osa and Solomon Thomas as our defensive three techs. Toya is gonna be behind Mozzie right now, and you got Winfrey behind Toya. So you got Mozzie Smith, who's to me should be looked upon as getting demoted, and to me Toya and Winfrey are the guys to kind of maybe focus on for the future. We'll see what happens. That's where the cuts become tough, especially interior nose tackles. The Cowboys don't keep more than two of those guys usually. So my question is, which guy makes it through the 53-man cuts, and we can bring back onto the roster? So, in my opinion, someone like Toya probably gets cut. He's a seventh rounder. He probably gets cut, gets put back in the practice squad, and elevated when needed. Someone like Winfrey, you could probably try to get him through, but he's shown too much. Someone like James Houston, shown too much. Those guys would be in danger, I think, of getting cut. So you need to gotta look at all the different factors of this. There's a pitch run to the left, to the right by the Falcons, and he almost fumbled, but he got about 4 or 5 yards there. Cowboy pass, run defense here. Second half not looking good. First half, 16 yards allowed. Second half, they got almost 16 yards on that play. So let me see the chat here. We got Cafe 2 said about Winfrey. He could develop into a rotation guy like Houston. Exactly. Both those guys are guys to worry about letting go. You definitely can't go if I'm Mozzie Smith and expect to sign him back. Someone will go and drop one of their 53 guys and go get Mozzie Smith. If you want to try to keep him. Solomon Thomas, though, yeah, that's there's an overthrow play there. Good pressure by the Cowboys on the 2nd and 5. Now we're at 3rd and 5 with 5:12 in the third quarter. Let me see here. Solomon Thomas was a great pickup, and I agree with Cafferty too. We haven't even seen him, with our on the field in the game yet, but you'll see him on number 90, interior defensive player, three tech behind Osa. We'll get some snaps with Osa. Ooh, got a cramp right there. We'll get some snaps with Osa, and we'll get some snaps. Probably, I'm assuming Mozzie makes a team. He'll get some snaps with Mozzie as well. So, leg cramp is a bitch, isn't it? I gotta sit like this now for a second. But yeah, 3rd and 5. Hold on, and we got a pass out to the receiver, first down, and again, the newly picked up Ojamata, whatever is number 42 here, makes the tackle on coverage there. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. C. Lambs is ready. He's ready for some football. I think we all are. Just looking at the slot here is Keemon Hall. It's important to note who the nickel corner is because he's fighting for some not just playing time, which is automatic, but he's also actually fighting for a spot on the roster as well, but also fighting to see and I'm not talking about 42, I'm talking about 43, Keemon Hall. Fighting to see who is going to be the nickel cornerback. Will it be him or Mukuamu? Right now, Cowboys have 3 more first downs than the Falcons, but quarterback for the Falcons just gets another one. So First down's getting closer, although the score is still 24-10. Much improvement, said Tokyo, from the last two games. I agree, but it's really our backups versus their backups. That's what it comes down to. Um, our starters, though, again, if they're in this kind of mindset in the sense of um, ability to be cohesive and be play disciplined football, then we're going to be okay then with our starters. We're not going to be great, but we'll be okay with the starters. I'm going to be honest about that. First and 10, unfortunately, for the Cowboys here. We're letting them drive down the field. They're on our 34-yard line. They run up the gut, get 4, 5, 6 yards, boom, 8 yards. Fuck. They roll for 8-yard gain right there, unfortunately, for the Cowboys. A second and 2 with 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Um, and time is ticking. Cowboys are playing much improved overall as a team. That's what I'm trying to say. I think if the attitude of that stays the same for the starters, which again I see some lazy snaps from Fowler. I hope it's not this dictates what it's going to be like for the entire starting team. But when I see that happen for a starter, I hope we don't get lazy snaps from the whole entire defense or the whole entire team. Um, Cowboys are playing a tight front here with a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage trying to stop the run, and we should. Yes, we do. So it's a 4th and 1. It looks like at best for them a 4th and 2 would be no gain. So right there, good job by a rookie from Florida, the Florida Gators, Kamar James. I'm sorry, Shamar James, I think his name is, number 50. Uh, Played a good game last week, I think. He had a couple misses this game so far, but that play he did well. I don't know why I said 4th and 2, but it's 3rd and 2 now. They must have been wrong on their thing on their side, but now it went from 2nd and 2 to 3rd and 2. They didn't gain any yards. They run the ball up the middle again. The Cowboys. There's Winfrey again. I do think he made the first down this time. He did, but Winfrey number 99 did a great job. Cab, yes, you did agree, 1,000% there. Uh, they're gonna bring. I think they're bringing out the markers. Let me see here. No, it's called the first down. That's the first down. I shouldn't even bother bringing out the markers if that placement is right on the ball and if the that line on the screen is correct. One second, guys. Let's see here. Cav said, "What about for linebackers? Who have you liked?" Well, let's take a look at what we got for the for linebacker spot here. And as we watch this play here, and again, I look at our 53-man. I'll look at the 53-man roster during this game. They do break a 7-yard gain here, basically. So let me do this here real quick, guys. Let me get to our again. Look at our special teams. Pretty simple right there. Anger, Aubrey, Sieg. That's 3 guys that are on this team guaranteed. Case closed. Done deal. So we said that's 3 spots. Keep that up. 50 spots on the team left. And I will say this. You can cut someone like Brian Anger and then sign him as a vested veteran. Sieg as well. So those guys could be cut. That could be 2 extra spots that we can still add on to this. But we get them back, definitely back in 2 days and move other guys to injury spots, which would be guys like Trayvon Diggs or something like that. They're not going to go on the 4-week injury list, which would mean he would have to be on IR. Cowboys try to get a stop. Winfrey pulling jerseys and all that stuff. And let's talk about the defense first, since they're on the screen right now. Right there, you see Fowler, who's injured this game, or not injured, he's in street clothes. He's going to be, it's showing as the starter, but you got other really good guys there at edge. Of course, Micah. He's the hopeful starter. We'll see what happens. He'll be missing over $1 million there if he keeps missing the game. So we'll see what happens. Plus fines, that'd be major for him. Marshawn Nealon, number 94, not in pads. Sam Williams, not in pads. First down, by the way, for the Falcons here on 3rd and 1 as we enter the fourth quarter here. Fowler not in pads, but those are our starters pretty much. The rotation is pretty good, I would say. The guys who are in pads, Escarascu, who, by the way, is a rookie, but also he is not playing. He hasn't played a snap in this game. You know he's in pads, so keep that in mind. Sam Williams, not in pads, and obviously he's on this team. And then I don't know why 53 says Luigi. He's been cut, and we have James Houston. So you put James Houston in that spot right there. Those are 4 good guys there in that first row, and then you look at that Micah Parsons row of right defensive edge. You got Micah, Marshawn Nealon. Those are guaranteed guys. Tyrus Sweet and Peyton Turner are both in this game. So you're saying, okay, which guys out of those 2 are better? And honestly, I say Tyrus Sweet. So you got what? That's eight. That's right now. It's seven guys guaranteed on the edge side of things, according to where Micah gets placed. If nothing is signed with him, if there's an issue or he's a holdout. Mozzie Smith. I think someone like Micah would be on the NFI list, non-injured football list there. So, anyways, interiorly, of course, at the three tech, Osa Odigizua with the big contract, 20 million per year, 3 years, 16 million. He's our starter. He's our three tech. He's our full-time guy. But you got a great guy behind him. I will say this. This is without a doubt. When you look at someone like Solomon Thomas, formerly of the Jets. So again, when I look at him, I'm like, okay, he is uh, solid number two there. So at three tech, we're good. We're good there. The next two guys, one guy is a seventh rounder. The next guy, Ernest Brown, is injured, I think, and is not on pads today. So those two guys, question marks. But Mozzie Smith, does he stay because he's a first round pick? Probably. Did Jerry Jones say it? Probably. Jay Toia, to me, he is uh, a guy you can cut and bring back, but I think the Cowboys probably see too much of a need for him at that spot. Justin Rogers, I haven't seen much of him. I don't even think he's on the team anymore. And then Denzel Jackson will make he's an automatic uh, practice squad guy. He gets 16 spots, but the 17th spot we have an extra spot because it's an international player, and he's from the Bahamas, so he would be in our team no matter what. Number 95 makes the team, and they just showed him on the screen a minute ago. So when you look at the interior, it's definitely a lot weaker, especially at the nose tackle spot, a lot more question marks. But when you bring in there Winfrey, number 99, you got Mozzie, Winfrey, Toia, Oso Zua, and Solomon Thomas. That's about the list you're going to have there. So you got what, 7 plus 5, 12 guys on the defensive line you keep. Linebackers. Overshown will be on the. He will not be counting towards the 53-man roster. Liafau will definitely make the 53, and Kenneth Murray and Sam Brennan as well. Those are three linebackers we got there. Shamar James and everybody. I'd say Damone Clark probably makes it. Shamar James and everyone past that point, they get cut, and probably most of them get put back on the practice squad. A couple of them get put back on the practice squad. They run it here on first and goal on the 10. And Winfrey makes the tackle away from the other side of the field, but Keemon Hall also in the mix. Again, you look at our defense as we keep going down this list.